You will.
Miss Dallin, Mr. Hughes is your brother.
Yes.
And I gather from your complaint that you've bailed him out of jail a couple of times.
Yes.
First time you bailed him out of jail was in a dispute involving a girlfriend or something, and you're not asking for reimbursement of that. Second time you bailed him out of jail, you claim it cost you $5,000. You want the money back.
It was actually $5,208.
Well, our limit is $5,000.
Yes.
Mr. Hughes said it was very nice of you to bail him out of jail. He never asked you to do it. A loan was never created. Someone else asked you. Someone by the name of Nancy, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's not you, is it?
Yes.
Oh, Nancy. So, Ms. Dallin, tell me about the second time you bailed him out of jail.
Okay.
When was it?
It actually wasn't bailing him out of jail. It was paying for a defense attorney for him.
Oh. Was he in jail at the time?
No. He was supposed to be in jail, but he took off from Minnesota and came to California.
So he was out on a fugitive warrant?
Yes.
Was he staying with you?
He showed up at my door, yes.
So tell me about the $5,200 and some odd dollars.
So he had this other attorney that was supposed to be a really, really good attorney because he kind of got the shaft on the first attorney. And the attorney said, well, you didn't deserve all the punishment that you got. He had had 3 days left of a 3-year probation. So, and anger management class and all kinds of stuff. So the sentence that he got was horrible. He got another 18 months anger management. He got 3 more years of probation. He got...
Because he did what?
He had alcohol in his system. It was his birthday, and he went out and he had beer, and they were pulled over, and that was a violation of probation. So the judge gave... The judge just like dumped on him and gave him this whole...
Sounds perfect to me.
Big, long...
These are the rules.
Right.
You break the rules, there's a consequence.
So the second attorney...
They didn't put him on a rack, did they?
Did they what?
Put him on a rack? They didn't put him on a rack?
No.
Go ahead.
So the second attorney said, I know the judge, and I will go and I will talk to the judge for you, but it's going to cost you $5,000. I had already paid for the first one, $3,000. I paid for the home monitoring system. I paid $1,200 in collect phone calls from jail.
Okay, I got, you've been a good sister so far.
So the $5,000, he decides that he's in love with Nancy, who is my best friend of the last 25 years, actually, and he works for her. Her folks own a marina in Lake Minnetonka, and he is the chef there. So,
Nancy called you.
No. Well, we talk every day on the phone. We all talk every day on the phone.
I understand it. Nancy called you and asked you for the money. That's what you said.
Well...
Don't play, Miss Dallin. That's
Nancy
what you say.
guaranteed the money. She
No,
said she would take it out of...
Listen to me. According to your complaint, you had a conversation with Nancy. You want me to read it to you?
Okay. I had several conversations with Nancy.
I don't care what your conversations were, but there's several conversations were. Only one of us can talk at one time. In October 2002, Nancy called and asked that I pay for yet another attorney. Nancy was so distraught, begged and pleaded. So you had a conversation with Nancy about the money.
And I told Nancy no. No.
Go ahead.
Nancy said, I will garnish his wages and make payments. And they did. They made 2 payments on this credit card.
Just a second. So Nancy said, he works for me. I'll put a garnish on his wages.
Yes.
So she...
Guaranteed the money. It's almost like
I know what a garnish... No, I know what a garnishment is. She didn't guarantee the money. She said, as long as he's working here for me, I will garnish his salary so that you'll get the money. Guaranteeing the money is different. Guaranteeing the money is, if he doesn't pay you back, I will.
And then she said, when I sell my house, I will give him the money to pay you off, and then he can make payments to me. That's, to me, sound like a guarantee.
Well, that's different from what you just told me. Except she has to sell her house first.
She did sell her house.
Okay.
And I still don't have any money.
So why are you suing your brother?
Because he's the one that borrowed it from me.
So far, I don't have that. So far, I have she borrowed it from you.
She didn't borrow it from me. She encouraged it.
Miss Dallin, you got it all wrong. Madam.
They're multimillionaires. The family is multimillionaires.
Miss Dallin, I want you to pay attention to me. I understand that what you did was you advanced this money. What you are suing for in court is an oral contract. Your oral contract was with Nancy. She may not have benefited from the contract, because he was the one who was in trouble. She may have benefited from it. Let's say she benefited from it because he was a valued employee for whatever reason, and she wanted to ensure that he was going to stay on the job, so she guaranteed the return of your money, even though it wasn't for her immediate benefit.
Well, she wanted to marry him.
Listen to me. That creates a contract. His defense to this is, sure, my sister gave me the money for the attorney, but I never agreed to pay her back.
Yes, he did.
She agreed to pay her back.
He's the one that said he would pay me back.
Well, you never told me that, Miss Dallin.
On it.
No, you never told me that, Miss Dallin. You told me your contract was with Nancy. Now I'll hear you further. You explain to me your contract with your brother.
My contract...
But make sure it's true, because I've already heard the first part of it. So far, I haven't heard anything about your brother.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He made 2 payments on it. That shows faith.
That shows nothing, madam. You gotta sue her, not him.
And later today...
He didn't have my permission to take our daughter over Thanksgiving.
You got drunk and shot a gun off in the house, madam. You didn't flee the house with the clothes on your back. You were stealing your daughter.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. June Dolan says her brother, Paul Hughes, owes for the cost of an attorney. Paul says it was his ex-girlfriend who borrowed the money.
Go ahead.
He needed the money because he was on the run, and he wanted to go back to Minnesota to be with her. They've had this love affair for 25 years, on and off.
Yes.
So he said, I need $5,000. So he had gone out. He knew the attorney. He was going to try to make payments to him. He was going to do whatever he could do to pay off this money. So he asked me for the money. And I said, I don't have $5,000. I'm still making payments on the first
Fine, so you
money.
said no.
So I said, absolutely not. No. So he called, and he called, and he called, and he called back to her, and they sat and tried to work something out to get this money. Finally, he's not going anywhere when he's staying at my house. He's got a sentence hanging over his head. He's running from the law. So Nancy said, come back here and work at the Caribbean. I will garnish your wages, and we'll make the payments to you. So I said...
Your contract is with her, not with him.
But he's the one that said, will you loan me the money? I finally said, okay.
No. Listen to me. That's not what happened, Ms. Dallin. What happened was he asked to borrow the money, and you said no. And he asked you again, and you said, no, I'm still paying off the other money. Then your best friend called you, who you know has money, and said, in effect, he's going to come back, he's going to work for me in the restaurant, I'm going to garnish his salary, so you're assured of getting your money.
She guaranteed it.
Then you got to sue her, not him. You have no contract. You have no legally binding contract with your brother. Now, I'm not going into whether or not you have a legally binding contract with Nancy. You may. You may. I don't have to go into that now. She's not a party. You don't have a legally binding contract with your brother because he asked to borrow the money and you said no.
Well, I said no several times. I said no on the first one, and I finally gave in to him.
No, you gave in to her. You rejected his request until she convinced you that she would be good for the money. Then you said okay.
She never said she'd be good for the money. She said she'd take it out of his paycheck and pay it. And he made 2 payments on it. That shows faith.
That shows nothing, madam. You're suing the wrong person. You do not have a legally binding contract with your brother. You rejected his request for the money until she, your friend of 25 years, said to you, I will, in effect, get the money back to you. If it's not through him working at the restaurant, it's when I sell my house and I'm going to give him the money. But your contract was not with him. So you've got the wrong party over there. Try her. That's all. Case dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She actually had nothing to do with it. Nothing.
I didn't ask her for the money.
Hopefully we can all go out and have lunch or something and talk about it.
I'm not paying the money, so...
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Williams, Dalrymple versus Martin. Step forward, please.
Cashier Carla Williams and her children, 16-year-old Nicholas and 14-year-old Rachel, are suing Carla's ex-boyfriend, house painter Gene Martin, for the return of their belongings. Gene is countersuing Carla for unpaid rent and for shooting a gun in their house.
Why don't you two have a seat? Miss Williams, you and Mr. Martin lived together for about 10 years. You have children. I assume these are your 2 children. Is this your child? Mr. Martin?
Yes, it is.
And you have a child together.
Yes, ma'am.
A daughter?
Yes.
How old?
7.
7.
Okay. Does she live with you?
Yes, she does.
According to your complaint, there was some sort of an altercation with Mr. Martin. You fled the house, and when was that?
December 1st.
And you claim that Mr. Martin, sometime after that, threw away your children's property, these
Yes.
2 children.
Yes.
And you want either the return of that property, which of course he can't give you because he threw it away, or the value of that property. Mr. Martin says that you didn't flee the house after an altercation, but that you had had a fight sometime in November, and that you shot a gun off in the house. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that Mr. Martin took your daughter, and he fled the house. He left, and you were gone for about a week with the child. Is that right?
Yes.
So far, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
After you shot the gun off in the house, what happened with Mr. And it was sometime in November. What happened with Mr. Martin?
It was the day before Thanksgiving, and I had found out Mr. Martin had been seeing another woman, and I got a little inebriated, and I did fire the gun off in the house. My brother and my mother came to get me, and I took my 2 children to Sacramento, and he took the other 2 children. We had plans to go to his mother's house in L.A. for Thanksgiving. He went to L.A. He arrived back Saturday, December 1st.
Okay. So he did take, you didn't spend Thanksgiving together as planned. He did take his son and your 7-year-old daughter, your joint 7-year-old daughter, away for about a week.
For 2 days, Your Honor.
2 days. When you came back, according to you, Mr. Martin, she then took the child and went to her brother's house.
That's correct.
Is that right?
Yeah, but he told me I couldn't be there.
Right, because you had had this major falling out where you shot a gun off in the house. So you took the child, I assume without his permission.
Yes.
And you fled to your brother's house.
Correct.
And he came to your brother's house looking for his daughter, trying to get his daughter back.
Correct.
And whatever property that was left in the house that belonged to your children, because some you got, is the property we're talking about. But that sort of sets it up. Now, that's more the truth than what I got from your complaint, which was, in your complaint, you say that you fled the house with your children and with only the clothes on our backs while he was in the bathroom. The truth of the matter is you was taking your daughter without his permission.
Well, I didn't feel I needed his permission.
Why not?
Well, because he didn't have my permission to take our daughter over Thanksgiving.
You got drunk and shot a gun off in the house, madam. And you weren't taking your daughter for a planned vacation, which is what he did.
It was for Thanksgiving.
You were all supposed to go as a family, except you had a fight. And what you were doing was setting yourself up as the winner in a custody battle by taking physical custody of the child without his permission. I've been a family court judge a long time. I know exactly what you were doing.
When I was there, I was hoping we could reconcile when I came back.
Well, evidently he didn't want to reconcile, and you decided to get the advantage by taking your daughter out of the house, fleeing your house, and going to your brother's house. I'm just saying to you that what you said here in your complaint is not truthful. You didn't flee the house with the clothes on your back. You were stealing your daughter. Now, that was the 1st of December, and if these children want to leave, I think that that's a great idea. They can all go outside, even though this is their property. If they want to go outside, it's certainly fine with me.
You want to stay?
Yeah.
You
Fine.
okay?
Yeah.
How about
Good.
you? Okay.
Good. That was on December 1st. When did you come back to get your property?
Well, I got a restraining order on December 3rd.
Why did you get a restraining order? Who gave you a restraining order?
The judge.
For what?
Because he came down, pushed my kids around, tried to break through my brother's door.
Because you... And a judge gave you a restraining order?
There were other mitigating circumstances that he felt it could be necessary. He also gave me a 3-year restraining order.
I certainly hope not based on that incident.
No, that and several others.
What about a restraining order with regard to him for shooting a gun off in the house? Did he get one against you?
No, ma'am.
Did he apply for one?
Not that I know I'm aware of.
Right. How long did you leave your children's property in the house?
I contacted him on January 8th.
Did you go and get any of your property on January 8th?
No, I did not.
Did you at any time after January 8th go and retrieve property?
I did in April.
On what date? In April?
In April.
So he kept your property from December 1st to April?
No, he told me that the property had been thrown out on January 8th. That there was nothing to get.
So what did you get in April?
Just some stuff that he left behind. Our mutual daughter stuff. And there was a couple items of furniture. He kept a lot of the furniture. I paid for it.
You more than exacted your pound of flesh, madam. I don't know the history. I don't know either one of you two people. All I know is that from the bare bones facts that I've heard, there is absolutely no basis for you to have been granted a 3-year protective order against him. And you were trying to get a leg up in what was going to be a disputed custody case on the 1st of December by taking physical custody of your child at all costs. And what he was trying to do was probably not smart, but because you had taken the child and fled, which is what you did, you waited until he went into the bathroom, and then you took the child. But you do acknowledge that,
well,
that he was in the bathroom when you fled. Yes. So he was in the bathroom when you fled with the child. Okay? And what he was trying to do, not smart, is he got furious and he went to try to get the child back. He did not file for a protective order against you for shooting off a gun in the house, getting drunk and shooting off a gun. That requires a protective order.
He's a very abusive man, Your Honor.
He may be. What you did was wrong.
I understand that, but
what you did was wrong. What items do you say he threw out that belonged to your children?
Everything. My son got his PlayStation 2 back and his boombox. My daughter got a couple days worth of clothes.
When did your son get his PlayStation 2 back?
He took it with him. He left after I did.
What do you mean he left after you did?
Jamie and I left, and then my mother and the 2 kids followed behind.
So your mother was part of this scenario that was set up?
It was not set up. I was there to reconcile.
You were there to reconcile?
Yes.
And what happened? You came back and he said...
He said, "What are you doing here?" And then he informed me that I wasn't going to take Jamie anywhere, and that was that, and so...
So what did you do?
After trying to talk to him and seeing that I wasn't going to get anywhere, I took her and left.
Tell me how you did that.
I picked her up, put her in the car, and we drove to Sacramento.
Where was he?
He was upstairs.
So he was upstairs, and what you did was you took your child, rather than going through a civilized court process, you took the law into your own hands. You took the child and fled. It's normal for him to come and try to get the child because you waited until he went upstairs to the bathroom, according to you, and you stole out of the house and went hundreds of miles away. So you abused the court system because then you went into court and said he tried to break down my brother's door to get my child away from me, and you got some judge to believe that without asking enough questions. You got a restraining order. So in my judgment, you abused the system. You didn't come into this courtroom with clean hands, and your case is dismissed. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Never cheat on her. That's something she came up with.
We were splitting up, and I took my daughter.
After she fired the gun in the house, that's why I left.
I had one bad night after 10 years. It doesn't mean I should lose custody of my daughter.
I just didn't feel like calling the cops on it. I didn't want her to lose her children.
That's funny because he told me I couldn't take her either. Completely done with Mr. Martin. We're not going to waste any more time or energy on him.
Versus Montanez. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Pantupo, it is your claim that Ms. Montanez assaulted you during a road rage incident.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Montanez said she never touched you. Tell me where and when this happened.
On September 4th, 2004, me and my boyfriend, Michael Chaney, picked up my 16-year-old brother, and we were on our way to lunch.
Stop playing with your papers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now tell me what happened with the defendant.
I was in the middle lane trying to make a left turn into the shopping center where the restaurant is located on. And then I noticed a truck behind me, a dark blue Ford F-150. Miss Montanez was the driver of the truck, kept honking constantly at me, but I wasn't going to go because I wasn't going to get into a wreck. And then when I finally made the turn, she came really fast right after me. And I thought she was going to hit me. The front of her bumper was, like, right by my driver's side door. And my window was down at the time, and we exchanged a few profanities.
Who said what first?
I said, "What the?" And she started screaming all kinds of bad words at me. And then she reached into my car, grabbed me by my hair, and I felt a couple of punches, and I felt as if she was trying to pull me out of my car by my hair. My boyfriend saw that, and he said, "What is your F problem?" And then he got out of the car, ran around my car. Then Miss Montana saw him coming toward her, so she ran back to her truck. And then my boyfriend then made the 911 call with the tech number, which I have the 911 transcript.
May I see it, please? Okay. Now, after she got back into the car, what did she do?
She parked on the front of the coin laundry and took out her laundry basket as if nothing happened and was going to start doing her laundry. And I was really shocked at the time. And then my boyfriend got back in the car, and then I can see the other two passengers in her truck, which is that lady and a man in the late 20s or early 30s in her passenger seat. I can see them trying to motion her back in the truck like it's not safe to be here anymore. And then they drove off, and I was so mad after I realized what happened to me. I start following them into the parking lot. And after I follow them to a quarter mile, my boyfriend is still on the 911 call at this time. He told me, he said, "It's okay, it's okay."
Okay, I got it. Now, did you seek medical treatment at any time for your injuries?
Yes.
Do you have a doctor's report?
No, I couldn't get in touch with him.
Okay. Tell me the way you felt.
I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't lay on my left side because my head was hurting really bad, and I get the severe headaches.
How long did that last?
I would say a little bit over a week, and I couldn't go to work for a week because of it.
Okay, Miss Montanez, you want to tell me your version of the events, please?
We were on Singleton Road. It was my daughter's birthday that day, and I had to go to the laundromat to pick up some laundry. And there was a lot of cars going by at the moment when I stopped behind her, and I could see down because my truck is up high, and I could see down, and you could hear their music because it was kind of a warm day, and our windows were down. And I saw her talking to some individual, the passenger in the car, but I figured she just got caught up in her music, like all teenagers, and talking. So I honked my horn.
She's not a teenager.
Well, she looked like one at the time, but she was having a conversation. I honked my horn to let her know to go. She got mad. She stuck her hand out the window and did a profanity and called me an F and B. So I turned in before her into the shop.
Just a second. So what you did is you went around her.
Correct.
Keep going.
I pulled in front of her, and then I made the left turn and parked right in front of the laundromat because there's like an island right there where you can park. I got out of the truck. We started arguing, cursing at each other and everything, and my sister got out of the truck, and I was just like, ugh, I don't have time to deal with this, because I thought they were teenagers. So I turned around and was going to go in the laundromat, didn't even make it in the laundromat, and I heard my sister screaming, "April, April, come on." And I turned around. When I turned around, I saw her boyfriend with rings in his nose, and just the way he looked, it scared me, like a skinhead, and I'm like, oh my God, let's get in the car. So I jump in the truck. When I'm getting in the truck, she has her mace gun. We have a 14-day-old baby in the truck. It was myself, the baby, and then my sister. She's going through the window, and she's doing all like this, but for some oddball reason, the mace had stuck. And my sister's rushing to roll the window up in case she did unstick it. And I said, oh my God, Stephanie, let's go. This is crazy. I can't believe this. I put my truck in reverse, and I backed out, and I went back the same way I come in. She come behind me and was following me, and I was going at a fast-paced speed to get away from her because it scared me.
When did you call the police?
I didn't call the police.
Right. You're telling me that someone tried to mace you in your car with a little tiny baby in the car, following you, a lunatic, and you never called the police?
Well, Your Honor, the reason why I didn't call the police is because I saw her boyfriend. When I was coming back to my truck, he was talking to the 911 officer.
Now, why
and he said, write her tag number down.
Why would you think they would call 911, and at the time they called the police, this is what they reported? They didn't know the person, got mad when they were making a turn into PL. She started screaming, went around, got out, and hit the female in the face and pulled her hair while screaming at the female. He didn't say they're having a screaming match, didn't say anybody took out mace. said, my girlfriend got punched in the face and got her hair pulled, and we don't know who this person is.
And the reason why I didn't call at the time, Your Honor, I did not have my cell phone. I was just nervous, and I was ready to get out of there.
Very good. Now, what?
I have a police report from this incident, and she told a totally different story.
Can I see the police report, please?
To the police. It's a totally different story.
You want to speak? You want to be very careful about what you say. You're the sister, right? Mm-hmm. You're the reason that they didn't follow up and press charges because you confirmed her story. Is that right? Mm-hmm. I want to tell you something. I'm smarter than the police. So you want to risk it? Get up. We understand each other? That requires an answer, yes or no? Yes. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you choose to stand up and testify, or would you like to remain in your seat?
I like to testify.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She beeped the horn. They had me.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times. Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
And later today,
I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not.
You were better off without opening your mouth. You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Pirapon Pontupo says she was assaulted in a parking lot by fellow motorist April Montanez. Pirapon says April tried to pull her out of her car by her hair.
Your name?
Stephanie.
You have a last name?
Imes.
You want to tell me the story?
It's pretty much what my sister said.
It's pretty much what your sister said?
We were going to Kroger's. She was in front of my sister. It was busy coming traffic. She beeped the horn. They had me.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times? Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go, like a rapid beep for her to go.
So it was 2 or 3 times, but it was like 1 time because it was so fast.
Yeah, it's like a rapid beep.
Right. Okay.
So they had the music going. She beeped the horn. She leaned out of the car. She flicked her off and said some stuff, some cuss words. My sister went ahead because no cars were coming. She went in front of the lady. The car came in behind us. We turned to go towards the laundromat. My sister parked next to the little island. The laundromat is right across from the car. My sister got out of the car. They were arguing back and forth, cussing at each other. Then my sister, I kind of stood out to hear what was going on. My sister walked into the laundromat. I got back in the truck.
Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
I think she had some...
Just a second. Look at me. Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
Yes.
What did she take out of the car?
It was some outfits, I guess. Yes.
Were the outfits in a basket?
No. No.
No basket?
No.
Just things in her hand? Now, what were you going to the laundromat for?
To pick up some clothes, and I think she had to dry clean the clothes that she had for the party. But at the time that I was waiting for my sister, this female came up to the truck as I got back in. She had some mace in her hand, and she was trying to...
Was that before or after your sister hit her?
She didn't hit her.
Yes, she did. Sit down.
Your Honor,
yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. She hit her, and she pulled her hair. And she was really annoyed. You want to know why I know she was really annoyed? Because she had a 2-week-old baby in the car, and instead of sitting there waiting for traffic to move, she sped up around and went around a car that was waiting to make a left turn and pulled out in front of her. That's something that someone does who has no judgment. And they only do it when they're annoyed.
No, ma'am. I
didn't ask you anything. I listened to you. You know, there's an old expression. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Because we've all drivers have been in the same situation that you were in. Sometimes you're behind somebody, and for some reason, they don't make a turn when they're supposed to. The arrow is green. They're waiting, they're talking, they're involved in the phone, they're listening, they're daydreaming, and you're looking and you're saying, that's the only shade of green there's going to be, right? Why isn't this person going? If you have a short fuse, you'll honk the horn a few times, and if that's not successful, you'll peel out, which is what you did. You peeled out with a baby in the car, went around her in order to make a left turn because you thought that there was a clear enough avenue of traffic so that you could make the turn. I believe everything that she says. You had a bad hair day.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah,
Can
you
I
did.
show you a
And your
disposition of
sister
the
got you
hearing?
back into the... Listen to me. And your sister got you back into the car because you both saw the boyfriend on the phone with the police. That's what you just told me. A moment ago, you said, I didn't have to call the police because I knew they were calling the police. And if you knew they were calling the police, then you stay there and wait for the police. You don't take off. What you just told me was, I didn't call the police because of this Mace, thinking fast, because he was calling the police. And if somebody is calling the police, and if you are a victim of a crime, you remain there with the doors locked, windows up, you don't get out to go and take your clothes into the dry cleaners.
Because none of this took place, Your Honor. We just argued. We had our words.
Madam, I don't
She tried
believe,
to get me.
Madam, I don't believe you. And I don't believe
can I bring
your sister.
something else to evidence?
Absolutely. Show it to me.
Okay, I have a disposition of a hearing when she tried to file simple battery and simple assault charges, and we went to Gwinnett County courts, and they were dismissed for insufficient evidence as well. Because in the police report, it says that the police officer, there was no physical evidence on the victim other than a few strands of hair that was allegedly pulled out by the suspect.
Listen to me, madam. She's not saying you broke her skin.
But there would have been swelling or something for the officer. This never took place, Your Honor.
I'm telling you, it took place, madam.
It didn't.
Listen, because you got over on a cop, and because you got over perhaps on a district attorney, you and your sister, who wouldn't know the truth if it came up and slapped her in the face, doesn't mean that I have to believe you. Your story doesn't make sense. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I insulted her race. She insulted mine. She told me she was going to get me.
Defendants, it's worse than a piece of dog.
If you would have saw her boyfriend, like 6 foot tall, earrings, a dragon tattoo on his neck.
He's 6'2", but he also weighed as much as she does, which is they both weighed 185 pounds.
I was just in a rush to get out of there because in Atlanta, people have been shot by road rage.
It's just that she's a lying...
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Ortega versus Gutierrez. Step forward.
Computer technician Netza Ortega is suing his ex-girlfriend, 26-year-old customer service rep Maribel Gutierrez, for unpaid loans to get her hair done and for the return of a promise ring.
Oh, Mr. Ortega. The romance is over. You want your jewelry back, and you want some money that you loaned to the defendant while you were together.
That's correct.
Ms. Gutierrez says you often gave her money. There was never any mention of a payback. And the jewelry you want back were gifts that you made to her, and you're not entitled to them back.
I feel that it's entitled back to me because they were actually a symbol of a relationship.
All right, let's take the simple ones first. The loan. When do you claim, and what year did you make her the loan?
June of this year, and it was to get her hair done, and it was for $50.
What's next,
Okay,
Mr. Ortega?
after that, it was another loan for $50 to get her hair done.
Get over it, Mr.
And then after that, it was another $40, and that was
to get her nails done?
No.
Manicure, pedicure.
No, that was actually
facial,
to get her
leg wax, whatever.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Let's get to the jewelry.
Okay, the jewelry was given to her in April.
Did she go shopping with you for the jewelry?
No.
You went by yourself?
I went by myself.
And you went to a store and you picked out what kind of jewelry?
A promise ring. It was a butterfly made of diamonds.
And what else?
And then a month later, after I paid off the ring, I got her a matching pendant that went with it.
How much did you pay for all this?
About $325 total.
$325.
Yes.
So we're not exactly talking the Hope Diamond here.
No.
Is that right? Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Is this your first girlfriend?
No, it's not.
How many girlfriends have you had?
I've had about 4.
Did you buy them gifts?
I bought them gifts.
And then you broke up with them?
Yes.
Did they give you back the gifts?
No, because I didn't ask them for those because they weren't actual agreements. The promise ring was an agreement that we would stay in a monogamous relationship. And now that it's over, I deserve that. I should get it back.
Wait 1 second.
Miss Judy?
Just 1 second. When you gave her the ring, what did you say to her?
I said, this is a promise that we would stay in this relationship.
You made her a promise?
Yes.
That's nice.
And she agreed to take it.
Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Grow up, sir. Okay. You're dying to say something.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
We made a promise that he would stop drinking, doing drugs, and I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not. Accidentally, I don't know what happened to the gift. It got
that's
lost.
Not true.
Listen to me. You were better off without opening your mouth.
Okay.
You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous. Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Get over it. Put a period. Move on.
Okay.
If you want a ring that comes back to you, you buy a diamond.
It was diamond.
Nice, listen to me. No, not a butterfly.
Diamonds.
Not a butterfly, Mr. Ortega. You buy a single diamond and you have it set in a very nice setting, and then you say, I want you to marry me.
I did.
Listen to me. I'm speaking.
At one point, though, I did.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
Will you marry me? This is an engagement ring.
We weren't
not
engaged.
a promise ring. I don't care if you were engaged or not. Listen, I've gotten engaged without a ring, too. Once or twice.
Okay.
A ring, the solitaire, Mr. Ortega, not a butterfly.
Actually, it was a princess cut.
Bye, Mr. Ortega.
He was using drugs.
I treated her well.
I have a 2-year-old son. I'm not going to deal with this.
Total lies. I totally respected her and her son.
Didn't want me to talk to my friends.
Not at all. I would let her go out and do her thing with her friends.
We used drugs and not remember anything he would tell me. He was always verbally abusive to me, and I'm not going to take that because I have a 2-year-old son, not from him. So, I mean, I'm not going to deal with that.
Versus Duncan. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Vincelli, Mr. Duncan is the boyfriend of your former neighbor.
Right.
Is that right, sir?
Yes.
And evidently, there was some difficulty that existed between you and your neighbor and the boyfriend. And you were in court about this difficulty. And it is your claim that sometime after the court proceeding, Mr. Duncan went out to the parking lot and vandalized your car. Mr. Duncan says he did not do that. Right?
Yes.
Who is this?
This is my mother.
Who is this?
This is Yvonne O'Connor, my witness, and my son, Bo, who is also a witness.
Okay. What were you in court for?
We were there on a civil harassment matter. Gregory and his girlfriend against myself, my son, and my husband.
What was the civil harassment case for, Mr. Duncan?
We've been harassed. My girlfriend has been harassed for over a year now from her and her whole family. She files claims, seems like weekly or monthly, against them, against her whole family, her mother, her father, everyone.
The plaintiff files claims against your girlfriend.
Yes.
And her whole family.
Yes.
And as a
yes.
And as a result of those claims that she files against your girlfriend filed a harassment case against her and her family.
Yeah, we were trying to get restraining orders that day.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Did they have a restraining order against your girlfriend?
No, they don't. Not that I know of.
Is that right?
I have one against her mother.
Just against her mother, but not against the girlfriend.
Right.
And your girlfriend was trying to get a restraining order against the plaintiff and her family. That's what you were doing in court?
Yes.
Were you there as a party or a witness?
I was trying to get one too, so I guess as a party.
How did you allege that Miss Vincelli and her family harassed you?
There had been a couple different incidents, one at her house in Chatsworth and a few other things.
Well, right now you haven't given me an answer. I asked you what kind of harassment against you.
There was a time when they cornered us, and her husband, who was a very large man, said for me to get out of my car and to fight him and do things like that. And we have pictures.
That's not her. I'm talking about her. You said you were trying to get a restraining order against her. That's what I want to know. What did she... I'm not interested in her husband. I'm interested in what she did.
I guess nothing.
Okay, and were you trying to get a restraining order against her, Mr. Duncan?
Yes, I was.
So you acknowledge that she didn't do anything to warrant a restraining order?
Okay, she did, but I can't think of it right now because I go to school every day and I'm probably not as prepared for this as I should be.
You have to be prepared. This is your time, Mr. Duncan.
I know it is.
All right. Here we go. You were in court, and what happened when you were in court, Ms. Vincelli?
They were explaining their story to the judge, and then the judge asked us our side, and we started to speak, and Mr. Duncan got very irate and told the judge to F off and other explicitives, and he kicked open the door, and we continued with the case with his girlfriend.
Did you leave the courtroom that day, Mr. Duncan?
And I did not tell the judge what she said. I said...
What did you say?
I was getting frustrated because she was saying I'd been arrested and I have a completely clean record and never been arrested in my entire life. I said to the judge, she's lying. I've never been arrested. She's lying about this. The judge told me to stop and to just let her talk. And I said, I mean, she's allowed to lie. I was getting really frustrated and I left the courtroom, yes. And I cussed, I yelled, but I didn't say anything in particular to the judge. But I was getting very frustrated because...
You have a temper problem, Mr. Duncan?
90% of the time, no. With this family, it seems like I do, yes.
How old are you, sir?
I'm 19.
Mr. Duncan, have you ever been in a court before you were in court with Miss Vincelli?
No.
Never been in a court setting before?
No.
Can I speak?
No.
As a witness?
No.
Since I was with him when he did leave?
No, you can't speak now.
Okay.
I'm trying to explain to your son that in court, everybody gets a chance to speak and tell their story. First one side, and then the other side. And what the judge was explaining to him was, when Miss Vincelli is finished, he will have an opportunity to respond. But don't interrupt her. Don't call her a liar. You will have an opportunity to speak. That's what the judge was saying to you, and you were getting frustrated.
That's not what she was saying, though. It's not. I'm sorry, it was what she was saying.
You just told me she was saying, don't interrupt her, let her speak.
She wasn't saying that. She was just... Never mind. Okay,
well,
I'm sorry.
Tell
That's
me
what she was
saying, Mr. Duncan.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't know what she was saying. I have a bad memory.
Okay, so you left the courtroom. Now, how was your car damaged, Miss Vincelli?
He kicked the front bumper off on the driver's side. He keyed down the driver's side door. There's a fist mark on the hood, and then another fist mark on the top of the car.
Did you witness this, Miss Vincelli?
When we came out of court, he was screaming and yelling in the parking lot. He ran towards my car. We couldn't see him anymore, and all of a sudden we heard this noise, and he's screaming and he's kicking the bumper, and then all of a sudden he ran towards the street area.
Mr. Duncan, did the police ever question you with regard to this vandalism?
No, they didn't, and it was also said on something that she gave that she asked if I wanted to pay this $1,800, which I was never contacted about this.
I didn't get to anything yet about $1,800.
Okay. Sorry.
Do you have any other witnesses to the vandalism?
Yes, I did. They were walking out with me when this happened.
Step up, please. This is your son?
Yes, it is.
How old are you?
19.
You're her friend?
Yes.
You were there with her that day?
Yes, I was.
What happened when you left the courthouse?
We walked out to the parking area. The sheriffs were talking to the defendant's mom and the other person's mom. We saw
you mean his girlfriend's mother?
Yes. The sheriffs were speaking with them, and we were walking out to the parking lot to our cars. We saw him run out to Miss Vincelli's car, screaming and yelling. I turned to the sheriff and said, hey, can you help us out here? He's running towards our car. We need some kind of protection. And they said, oh, no, he's leaving. And we saw him run to the car, kick the bumper, and run off. And that's when the sheriff said, see, he's leaving. And that's what happened.
And you, sir, if I would ask you the same question, would you give me the same answer?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Have a seat. Do you have photographs of the car?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see them, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He was having difficulty controlling his emotions.
He was having difficulty controlling his temper, just like he is now. Uncross your hands, Mr. Duncan.
And later today...
What kind of clothes were you wearing?
I do not recall at the time.
Well, were you wearing jeans? Were you wearing a tuxedo? Were you wearing a SpongeBob costume? What were you wearing?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kimberly Vincelli claims her BMW was vandalized by Gregory Duncan. Gregory denies the charge and claims Kimberly has been harassing him and his girlfriend.
Would you show these to Mr. Duncan, please? All right, Mr. Duncan, I'll hear you.
Well, now I guess we both get an opportunity to see what these pictures are about, because this is the first we have heard even what the specifics are.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that. Were you present when your son came out of the courthouse that day?
Yes, I was. I exited the court with him. He did not kick the door open. I went out with him. We did discuss the situation that occurred inside the courtroom with the bailiffs on the outside. He did walk away at that point. I watched him walk away. His friend had called him on his cell phone and was picked up and taken home. And the bailiff situation that they're referring to, they asked for the bailiff to escort them to their vehicle because they were afraid.
What were they afraid of, Mrs. Duncan?
Because, as they want to say, he was screaming and yelling. He was not screaming and yelling, but
Miss Duncan.
This was a restraining order issue.
Miss Duncan, I'm speaking.
So,
I'm speaking. Has your son been under psychiatric care at any time in his 19 years?
No.
Is he currently taking any medication?
No.
You were in a courthouse with him, and clearly, when he was in that courthouse, he behaved inappropriately. Would you say that that is correct?
Yes.
That he could not control his temper. In a courtroom, would you say that's correct?
I would say that he was having difficulty controlling his emotions because
he was having difficulty controlling his temper.
He was being falsely accused.
He was having difficulty controlling his temper, just like he is now. Uncross your hands, Mr. Duncan. Civilized people behave a certain way, Mrs. Duncan. And what you're not supposed to do is you're not supposed to make excuses for an adult child who has behaved badly. That's not to say that your son is a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person necessarily. I think that his girlfriend and he have had some difficulties with the plaintiff, and it was trying to be resolved in an orderly fashion in a court setting. And your son could not control himself, which should leave a parent with some pause. I've had 5 children who were 19 years old. If any of my children couldn't control themselves in a courtroom, believe me, I would say, I got to get this child some help. He can't control himself now. Don't you see that?
I wanted to say something, and
Go
I
ahead.
have a feeling I'll forget before I say it.
Go ahead.
Do you have any daughters or just sons?
Both.
You have both. Have you ever had anyone say to your daughter, I'm going to rape you outside of your class because you get out of school at night? Have you ever had your daughter go out to her car at night after her night classes and see her tires slit? Because that's what happened to my girlfriend. Her son has said those things many times.
Mr. Duncan.
It's very irritating.
Mr. Duncan, has the plaintiff ever said anything to you or your girlfriend that would have required or given you license to behave the way you did in a courtroom? I'm not talking about her son. I'm talking about the plaintiff.
Yeah, she called and left a message that we're going to get him. We're going to get him after this court thing happened.
I'm not talking about after, sir. I'm talking about before. Oh, God. Okay. Miss Duncan, listen to me, madam. I think that you're not seeing the entire picture here. I think that you're being very short-sighted with your son's needs. I believe that your son needs some help. I've been in this business for over 30 years. I'm telling you, he needs assistance. And if he were my 19-year-old son, I would see to it that he gets that assistance, even if it's just anger management assistance. But I think he needs it. Clearly, he has a problem with his memory, as he's indicated.
I said that to you.
Shh, 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 shh. Mr. Duncan. Shh. As he's indicated. Do you see? He has a problem, Mr. Duncan. I don't think he's a bad young man, but I think that you're being short-sighted if you don't help him. What's the damage to the car?
They came back between $2,600 and $2,900, but I only sued for $1,800.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,800. That's all. Thank you.
No, please. Sure.
I think it's self-explanatory, and I think she did the right thing.
It's actually fairly ridiculous that somebody would have to do this to somebody.
That was mild today. He was on good behavior.
It's just amazing to me.
I hope it's the end of it.
I sure hope so. I really do sure hope so.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Frazier versus Sykes, step forward.
20-year-old student Donald Frazier is suing fellow student 20-year-old Eric Sykes for ruining his Dell laptop. Donald claims during a night of heavy drinking, Eric urinated on the computer.
You gentlemen go to college?
Yes, ma'am.
What school are you going to at the time of this incident?
College of Charleston, South Carolina.
And you?
College of Charleston.
And you?
They're the same, ma'am.
You belong to a fraternity, Mr. Frazier.
No,
you?
ma'am. No, ma'am.
You?
No, ma'am.
So you get drunk, dumb, and stupid all on your own. Is that what we're talking about?
College student Donald Frazier says while in a drunken stupor, fellow student Eric Sykes urinated on his laptop computer.
Hi, Mr. Frazier, it is your claim that while he was drunk and in a stupor, Mr. Sykes, after an evening of partying, was at your house and ruined your computer. And Mr. Sykes says, A, I don't remember ruining your computer. B, you have no proof it was me. It could have been other people there, and I don't know why you picked me. And for that, I say amen, because I don't know why you picked me. So you want to tell me in 30 seconds or less, Mr. Frazier, how Mr. Sykes damaged your computer and how you know it was Mr. Sykes that damaged your computer rather than one of your other drunken friends.
Okay. I went to sleep. Eric was sitting back.
This is Eric.
This is Eric, yes. Eric was sitting back in a chair, seemingly passed out. And what I found when I woke up was Eric sleeping on a couch 10 feet from my computer. My computer was on a white mini fridge like this. I went to my computer to turn on some music, and I found something wet on it. And I thought it maybe was water or a drink. Got closer, started to clean it up, smelled it, and realized that it was neither water or a drink. It was urine. And this was very disturbing to me. I woke everybody up.
How many people did you wake up?
My roommate.
And where was your roommate?
I shared a room with one of my roommates. He was in his bed. And my other roommate had his own room. He was in his bed.
And how long had you been drinking the night before?
I hadn't been drinking extensively because I had to be at work. I had to get up before everybody else.
What's extensively?
I probably had 3 beers.
And what about your two roommates? Were they drinking with you?
Mm-hmm.
Were they still sleeping when you got up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this one of your roommates?
No, this is my witness, Daniel, who...
Oh, good. So we have a witness to him urinating into your computer.
Well,
Well is not an answer.
4 days after this incident, Daniel woke up to the sound of Eric peeing on his coffee table under the same circumstance, very intoxicated.
So what you're suggesting is that Mr. Sykes needs a roadmap to the potty.
Yes, ma'am. If you, my picture here?
No, I don't want to see the picture.
Right.
It's on top of that. What you're suggesting is because it was a white refrigerator, he got confused.
Yes, ma'am.
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible. Go ahead.
When we woke up, Eric said 3 things that were most important. He said he did not remember being there, that he did not know where he was when he woke up, and after discussing it, after waking everybody up, he said that he thought that he probably did it. And at this point, I was going to do everything I could to make sure that the computer maybe could work. I dried it out to make sure, because I wanted to fix it, you know, even if it had urine.
All right,
on it.
I hear you. Did you have an accident on his computer?
Not to my knowledge, ma'am.
So you don't know. You were too drunk to know what you were doing the night before. Is that what you're telling me?
Like you said, I didn't recall coming to his house.
Well, let me ask you this question. When you got up in the morning, Eric, you were wearing your clothes?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of clothes were you wearing?
I do not recall at the time.
Well, were you wearing jeans? Were you wearing a tuxedo? Were you wearing a SpongeBob costume? What were you wearing? You woke up in the morning. Were your pants wet?
No, ma'am.
Was your fly zipped?
To my knowledge, yes.
Well, when you got up, did your pants fall down?
No.
Anything else you want to tell me, Mr. Frazier?
There's a lot of things on the computer beyond the cost of the claim, such as pictures and things that'll be gone unless...
Your first problem is you haven't established that old Eric here peed on your computer.
Eric knows he did it. All his friends know that he did it. He admitted it to me that morning, but he didn't want to...
Mr. Frazier, listen to me. In court, you need proof. And the fact that he was drunk and in the room doesn't mean that that's sufficient proof for a court that he damaged your computer. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, it's not the kind of case where we're going to take DNA evidence to establish the case. You could, perhaps, if you wanted to, but you didn't do that.
I figured it was maybe more expensive than the computer itself.
It may have been, but certainly on the facts that you've presented to me today, it is very possible that old Eric here is the culprit. Right, Eric?
It's possible.
But this is a court. We don't deal in possibilities. We deal in proof. And you don't have any proof. And the fact that 4 days later he was peeing on somebody else's coffee table is not proof.
Under the same conditions, highly intoxicated.
What can I tell you? You should have closed your computer and put it away. Now, if Eric knows that he damaged your computer and he looks like a nice young man, maybe he would want to contribute to a new one for you. But I certainly, from a judicial standpoint, can't find him guilty because you don't have any proof that he is guilty other than the fact that he was drunk and sleeping in the living room. Got it? Case is dismissed, that's all.
Why you got excused? You step out.
I know he did it. All of our friends know he did it.
We had been partying. Sure, I got wasted.
He said that he probably did it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I did my best. I brought a witness that had seen him pee on his coffee table.
It's just 2 wasted nights.
It's just unfortunate that I'm gonna have to pay for this myself.
I feel horrible about the computer.
I was obviously pretty angry.
I wish it wouldn't have gone down the way it went down.
This is not an attack at Eric's character.
I feel no shame or embarrassment. I'm not too worried about what folks think about me. I'm me and I like it.
He's a nice guy. He messed up.
I hate the relationship between me and Donald now.
It does bother me. Of course.
We were better friends, and now it's just, it's impossible to be friends.
What are you gonna do?
I think it'll be a funny story years down the way.
This is case number 577 on the calendar in the matter of Soule versus Gifford. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Ms. Soule, you and the defendant have a child together.
Yes.
According to your complaint, the defendant came to visit the child and stayed overnight.
Mm-hmm.
You claim that he stole your wallet, which contained your debit card, and used it to the tune of $175.
Yes.
And the defendant says he didn't do it. Now, you didn't see him take your wallet.
No, I did not.
But you had your wallet when he was there.
Yes, I did.
And then from your complaint, when he left, you went to work the next day and you didn't have your wallet. What did you do at that point?
Well, I decided, I thought maybe I misplaced it somewhere, so I looked all over the place. It was not there. So I called his cell phone, which is the only number I have, and I left message after message to call me back to see if maybe he saw it somewhere. And he never called me back for days and days and days, and I didn't hear from him until like 2 days ago. But I started getting overdraft charges at my bank. They started mailing me overdraft charges.
Give me the date that he was there.
February 17th of this last year.
Okay, go ahead.
So they gave me a printout of my bank statement. So I have here printed out, circled the ones that I did not do. So they went and they started filling out paperwork to do an investigation to find the money. So all my money is on hold, but I have proof here from that. So I went to the places on the paper to talk to the people that work there, maybe get receipts.
Were they stores?
Yes, they're stores and a gas station. And I got credit slips.
Purchased from?
Pyromania Glass Studio.
What is that?
It's a glass blowing place. They buy glass floats.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's all I saw when I went in there.
Okay, and what other store?
Chevron gas station.
So whoever it was who took your wallet made a purchase and used a debit card for $145 for a piece of glass.
Yes.
And then $30 for gas.
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to get the receipts?
I was, and they made copies for me. And right now I have a witness right now, Rena Salzer, who is a handwriting expert, and she can verify that those are Scott's handwriting.
So on the 17th, which was the day he left, left on the 17th. So on the 17th, someone purchased this piece of glass for $145. And then on the 18th, someone purchased gas for $30.
And I knew that wasn't me. I only get gas in Toledo, so that wasn't me.
And this is in
Newport.
Newport,
Oregon.
Oregon. Where does he live?
Newport, Oregon. Well, I don't know where he lives. He stays wherever he wants, but...
Is that where you were living, in Newport, Oregon?
I am now. I wasn't at the time. I was living in Toledo.
What are you doing in Newport, Oregon now? Who lives there now?
That's just where I ended up living, just because I didn't feel like living with my parents anymore. Didn't feel like staying with my mom's. And as far as her wallet goes, I would have been gone the day before, but she refused to give me a ride home. And I've never seen her wallet. I have my own.
Ah, you have your own wallet?
Yeah.
But you don't have your own debit card?
I don't need a debit card.
Okay. Let me hear you witness. Is that you?
Rena.
Step up, please. Tell me your name.
Rena Salzer.
Ms. Salzer, I have a few preliminary questions before I can permit you to testify as an expert witness. First, I'd like to ask Mr. Gifford, I want you to look at these two documents, sir. I want you to look at the handwriting on these two documents, and I want you to tell me if you recognize that handwriting.
Nope. Looks like it could be anyone's handwriting to me.
I didn't ask you that.
No, don't recognize it.
Okay. How long, by the way, did you live together?
Off and on for about a year. We were only dating for a couple months.
And how old is your child?
She'll be 2 on the 2nd of May.
Okay, but you lived together for a year?
Off and on.
Off and on. Who paid the bills?
Me.
I just have to know whether he had an opportunity to see your signature.
Yeah. Well, my license was in my wallet also. And on the license,
it's signed.
Your signature, yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Salzer, have you ever testified as an expert witness in any court?
No. I've worked with attorneys on various cases that have involved questioned documents. but none of the cases have gone to court.
Okay, so you have been utilized by attorneys, by private
Correct.
attorneys. Are you registered anywhere as a handwriting analyst?
Yes, I am on the public defender's list.
Where?
Los Angeles.
What kind of credentials do you have to present in order to go on the public defender's list?
I have to present my education in the field, as well as the fact that I have apprenticed with a board-certified document examiner for the past several years.
With whom have you apprenticed?
Eva Salzer.
Is that your mother?
In-law.
Mother-in-law. But you have been certified to be on the public defender's list as an analyst in documents.
Correct.
Okay. Did you have an opportunity to examine this document?
Yes.
You have to look at it first.
And I also have exemplars of Mr. Gifford here, if you would like to see them.
How did you obtain the handwriting exemplars of the defendants?
They were given to me upon my arrival here today.
Here?
Correct.
Good. So your analysis of the handwriting was really done today?
Correct.
Can I see the handwriting exemplars that were furnished by Mr. Gifford? Would you show these exemplars to Mr. Gifford so that he can verify that this is his handwriting? Is your handwriting, is it not, sir?
Yep, sure is.
Okay. Were you able, Ms. Salzer, to draw with a reasonable degree of scientific certainty a conclusion with regard to whether it was Mr. Gifford who signed the plaintiff's name to these two debit slips?
Yes.
And what was the conclusion that you drew?
My professional opinion is that it is highly probable that Mr. Gifford executed the questioned signatures.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Carrie Soule claims ex-boyfriend Scott Gifford stole her wallet and used her debit card. Testifying on Carrie's behalf is handwriting expert Rena Salzer.
Now, on what do you base that?
The idiosyncrasies present in Mr. Gifford's handwriting, or his signatures, are also present in the questioned signatures of Ms. Soule.
Explain it to me. I have both in front of me.
Okay. The formation of the capital S is identical. It is a rather peculiar formation at that, so that is definitely an identifying characteristic. They both have the same slant and letter proportion. You'll notice that the height of the upper extensions goes quite high up.
Mm-hmm.
The eye dots are dashed. The connecting strokes are rather jagged, so the movement of the writing is very jerky looking. The relationship to the baseline is also consistent. It either rests on it, goes a little bit below, or a little bit above. The stroke structure of the small a and o is also formed similarly, an initial loop that is horizontal in the way that it is formed. The combination of all of these characteristics tells me that the writer of the questioned signatures and the exemplars of Mr. Gifford are the same. The only thing that would make my opinion stronger is if Mr. Gifford were to sign Ms. Soule's name right now.
Well, the problem is he's already on notice, Ms. Salzer, so that...
Okay.
Do you understand? He's
Yes.
already on notice that that's what you're asking him to do. But I have followed very carefully your testimony with regard to the various structures of the letters, with regard to how he dots both signatures, the letters that you refer to. So I believe that you are in all probability correct with regard to your ultimate analysis, that within a reasonable degree of certainty, you can say that the same person signed these documents. Mr. Gifford, let me explain something to you. This is not a criminal proceeding. I don't know whether in a criminal proceeding, certainly you had the opportunity to take the plaintiff's wallet. You probably had the inclination as well, because according to you, in the few words that you've said so far here today, you were royally annoyed that she would not give you a ride home. I have examined these handwriting exemplars that you gave as relating to the documents that were signed, the forged documents, and I do believe that you forged her signature, which means that you stole her wallet and her debit card. Could I say that beyond a reasonable doubt? Probably not. Fortunately, in this proceeding, that is not the burden of proof. The burden of proof here is a mere preponderance of the evidence. More evidence than not that you're a thief, which I find. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $175. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's been stealing from a lot of people. He stole from me before, and I should have known better.
There's a bunch of people that could have a bunch of different signatures. I was out camping, still have no clue what she's talking about.
Stay away from men like that.
Thought that I don't want to be with her.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Solomon versus Guerrero, step forward, please.
23-year-old administrative assistant Desiree Solomon is suing her former live-in boyfriend, 31-year-old salesman Anthony Guerrero, for carpeting, a bedroom set, and a cell phone bill. Anthony is countersuing. He wants the big screen TV.
Ms. Solomon, according to your complaint, you and the defendant were in a relationship. You moved into a home that was owned by the defendant's mother.
Correct.
You say it was in relatively poor condition at the time. The defendant had his daughter living with him. Is that right, sir?
Every other weekend.
You worked on the house, cleaned the house, painted some painting. But in addition to that, you claim that you purchased carpeting for the house.
Correct.
You purchased a bedroom set for the defendant's daughter.
Correct.
And then there was an issue of a cell phone bill. You separated because you claim there was some sort of an altercation with the defendant, and you want to be reimbursed for the carpeting, the cell phone bill, and his daughter's bedroom set. The defendant says that the carpeting was your idea, that the bedroom set was also your idea and a gift to the child, and he doesn't know anything about the cell phone bill. We'll get to that. But he is counterclaiming because he says when you left, you took a large screen TV that belongs to him. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did you separate?
September of 2001.
When was the carpeting purchased?
August of 2001.
Now, tell me about the carpet purchase.
I spoke with Mr. Guerrero, and he didn't have good credit because he had a bankruptcy on his credit due to a DUI, and I purchased the carpet for the house.
No, that doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me that it was a loan.
Well, he knew that was an agreement. He told me he would pay me back for this carpet if I purchased it for this house.
Tell me the conversation as you remember it.
I think I remember it. We talked to each other on the phone, and we came to the agreement. He had some green carpet in there that was his mother and his stepfather lived in, and he smoked, and the carpet was just kind of like riddled with smoke, and his dad, I think his stepdad was like alcoholic, and it just didn't have a good smell to it.
Let me hear the conversation. Usually when two people are living together and they want to buy something, they say, listen, the carpeting is really gross.
Right.
Now, let's get rid of it.
And that was the conversation, and he agreed to pay for the carpeting.
Is that right, sir?
No, ma'am.
Let me hear the story.
Your Honor, if we would have had a conversation like that, we probably would have had it at the house where we sit down and made a decision
Tell
like that.
me
There was
how
no
the carpeting came to be put down in the house.
She went to the carpet place, picked the carpet out, picked the design of the carpet, made the color of the carpet all by herself, told me, hey, can you take this day off? I bought carpet, and they're going to be putting it in this day. Can you take this day off and be there to do it? I said, you did what? And she goes, yes, I got carpet. I go, why? Well, it doesn't match the furniture. It's green, and the furniture is, you know, a beige color. And I'm like, I guess. I was there. I was there to when when they put it in, but in no way did we have a conversation stating anything about, hey, let's go get carpet.
All right, let me hear about the bedroom set, Ms. Solomon.
Okay, Tony, when he moved in the house, I had my own bedroom set that I brought in, and he didn't have any furniture. I brought the furniture in. And of course, he wanted to get a bedroom set for his daughter, make the room kind of nice for her. So we went out together and purchased a bedroom set for his daughter using my credit also.
So?
He told me he would pay me back $100 per month for this bedroom set.
Tell me about that.
Actually, she wanted to get this certain bedroom set for my daughter. You know, like she said, my credit wasn't the best, so I was going to go out and get my daughter a nice bedroom set, but not the bedroom set that she had chosen. But she wanted to get that. Anyway, neither way, I have 5 canceled checks right here along with the receipts showing where I paid $500 to her with the furniture, or stating on it right there, furniture to Desiree Solomon.
That was for your daughter's furniture?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me see it.
And this is also a copy of the receipt where she purchased that.
And also, here's a check that he bounced to me.
Just a second. Did he give you 1, 2, 3, for $519 towards the furniture?
Yes, and that was with the cell phone bills. He told me he was going to help me pay for the cell phone bills.
Just a minute. This says furniture on it.
Yeah, I know, but 1 month it was for cell phone bills. He paid me 2 payments in 1 month, and one was that to help me with the cell phone.
How much was the furniture?
$579, Your Honor.
Is that right?
Yes.
So he practically paid you for the bedroom furniture.
Correct.
So what do you want?
I'm wanting the carpet. The carpet.
Carpet you're not going to get. Carpet, I don't believe that you had an agreement when you purchased this carpet that he was going to pay you back for it.
I wouldn't have purchased the carpet if he wasn't going to pay me back. I don't have that kind of money.
I believe that he said he would buy the child's furniture and that he would reimburse you. I don't believe you with regard to the carpet. That's my prerogative. That's my job. Okay, now let's get to the cell phone bill.
Here's the cell phone bill.
Show it to him.
Your Honor, we broke up in September. She has bills here for October.
Because you told me to keep the phone on and you would pay me.
She has
Because
bills.
I didn't want to get charged an early termination fee, $150.
I don't even know what she has on here.
It's your phone number.
Did anybody use the phone after you separated?
Yeah, he did.
Did you pay any of those bills?
No, ma'am.
You did not? All right. So
I asked her to send me a list so I could look at phone numbers, Your Honor, and she sent me one piece of paper saying an amount on there, and that was
But now you looked at the bill.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how much is that bill?
Altogether, $399.17.
So between that and the $79 that he owes you still for the furniture, because he only gave you $500, the furniture was $579, that's $478.
Correct.
Okay, good. Now, tell me about this big screen TV.
Your Honor, one day I came home from work. She's a very materialistic person. She wanted this, she wanted that in the house, she wanted everything perfect in the house. So she could have people over, show everybody how nice our house was.
Good, but that's what women do.
Fine.
Women nest.
I come home from work one day.
Mr. Guerrero, women nest. You don't care if the carpet is green and the furniture is orange. Men don't care about that. There are some men that care, most don't. Okay, so she's materialistic, she wanted her house to look nice.
Right, so I came home one day, she says, I'm walking in the living room to the TV room, she's standing there looking like Vanna White with a big TV. And she tells me, this is for you, now you can have your friends over here. Because there were times on the weekends where I was going to my brother's house, my cousin's house, watch football, they had big screen TVs. She goes, this is for you, I bought this, you can have your friends over here.
So what you're telling me is she bought the TV as a gift for you.
Right.
And then when she left, she took it.
Right.
Try this, sir. This is so you can have your friends over and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Try that. Does that sound right? So you want the TV and the new carpet?
Right.
She's got the TV now, right?
Right.
She keeps it.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay?
Yeah, I've been making payments on it. I had the statement here. He's suing for $3,000. I think it's kind of funny. The TV's only $2,000.
Listen, you keep the TV.
Okay.
Out of this deal, it cost you a little bit of beige carpet?
It cost me more than that, you know.
Probably. And a cell phone bill. All right. He owes you $478 judgment for the plaintiff. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's been married 2 times. He's an alcoholic, a loser. And so you know what? I'm a better person out of this because I don't have to be with him. He's abusive.
I won't drop down to her level.
And I'm on disability right now because he caused me to have a miscarriage from beating me up.
The judge knew when she was lying and when she wasn't, and that's basically the end of it.
You know what? I hope everyone that's watching this knows that he is a loser, and any girl that sees this, stay away from him because he's going to drag you nothing but down.
Riley. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies have seats. Young man.
Mr. Ehrman.
Yes, ma'am.
I've read your complaint very carefully, sir, and what I gather happened was that you came across Miss Riley's cat.
That's correct.
That was somehow out on the street. You thought the cat was your cat. You have a cat that looks similar. You picked it up. You realized it was not your cat. You were holding on to the cat while your wife went to find out who the owner was. And the cat scratched and or bit you.
Correct.
Which eventually caused a serious infection in your arm, substantial medical bills.
Yes.
And you believe that Miss Riley should be responsible for all of your medical bills, your pain and suffering, and your lost income during this period of time. Miss Riley says you should not have picked up her cat. That's pretty much your defense. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. When did this happen, Mr. Ehrman?
Around April 9th of 2003, about 10 or 10:30 in the evening.
Where were you, sir?
I was in front of my apartment.
Where is your apartment?
I'm up on the hill, and Miss Riley's apartment's like down on the hill.
In what city?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mission Viejo, California.
So you're on top of the hill, she's at the bottom of the hill?
Yes.
Where was the cat?
The cat was probably about 100 to 120 feet away from my apartment.
What did the cat look like? You have a picture?
The cat looked almost identical to the picture that I have of my cat.
Can I see?
And that's one of the reasons why I approached that cat, thinking that it was my cat.
Who were you with, sir?
I was with my wife.
So you picked up the cat?
Yes.
And it was 10:30 night, so it was dark. But once you picked up the cat, did you realize that the cat was not yours?
After I picked it up and had it in my arms, I noticed that the tag was slightly different than mine.
So the cat had a tag?
Yes.
What did the tag say?
It was a round tag, and it had Erin Riley's name on it, along with her phone number.
And what happened next, sir?
Once I discovered it was not my cat, I advised the wife to go ahead and contact Miss Riley, because it was late at night, and our community that we live in is infested with coyotes. And I was concerned for the safety of this cat because of all the coyotes.
So did your wife contact her?
Yes, my wife went upstairs and contacted her.
Step up. So far, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. What happened when you called Miss Riley, Mrs. Ehrman?
I informed Miss Riley that we spotted her cat, which looked similar to our cat. You know, do you want to come and obtain your cat? She said, okay, I'm on my way up. I informed my husband, she's on her way up, but our complex...
So you came outside after you spoke to her?
Correct.
And you went over to your husband. Your husband was still holding the cat?
Yes, he was.
And you said she's on her way?
I informed him he's on her way, and I was walking down the hill to escort her up.
When you called and said, we have your cat, did she say anything else to you?
Not much of anything, like, okay, where are you, and where's my cat?
Okay. And now when you went down, you found her and you brought her back up?
Correct.
What happened when you brought her back up?
We approached my husband, who now at this point had the cat on the ground. He showed to her what the cat had did as far as scratches goes and a bite on his finger and thumb. She informed us, oh my God, I cannot believe my cat did this. You know, my cat normally does not do stuff like this. So we explained to her, well, we'll clean it up. We wrapped the cat up in a towel and went to the car and drove her cat back down to her apartment.
So far, is that what happened?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So there's no question that her cat bit and scratched you.
Correct.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
After the bite occurred, I immediately poured out iodine, peroxide, alcohol, and all sorts of salves and wrapped up the wound. I kept monitoring it for the next 2 weeks, and it appeared to be healing on the outside. About 2 weeks later, my hand started getting swollen, and at that moment in time, I totally forgot about the cat bite. I was just trying to figure, okay, what's going on with my hand? And it got really, really sore. And the wife, pretty much ordered me to go to the emergency room, and which I did. And at that moment in time, they thought it was torn ligaments. They sent me over to a hand specialist. He saw signs of something else. He started poking around, and there was no pain in certain areas. And he started jogging my memory and saying what happened. And it just stumbled me again, like the cat bite. As soon as I said a cat bite happened, immediately he ordered me for an emergency MRI. He came in and saw the results and said, you're not going home. You're going to the emergency room now. And I go, what do you mean? And he explained to me that the infection went from the thumb, came down the palm, wrapped around my wrist, and was shooting up my arm. He said if I did not get immediate medical attention, I would have been dead in less than 2 weeks. So, of course, I contacted my wife, who escorted me to the hospital, and I was admitted for my first of 4 surgeries.
First of 4 surgeries?
First of 4, yes. And I have pictures of the actual stitches. They are double-sided.
Everything okay now?
I am going through physical therapy as right now, and the progress is improving slowly, but it is getting better, yes.
Now, Mr. Ehrman, did you contact an attorney at any time?
Yes, I did, ma'am. And unfortunately, all the attorneys I contacted, when I stated that I lived in an apartment residence as well with Ms. Riley, they felt that unfortunately there was no assets to go after so that I can receive full compensation for what is due to me.
What do you do for a living, Ms. Riley?
I'm a programs coordinator for a nonprofit organization.
You have homeowners insurance?
No, I live in an apartment.
And Your Honor, when we move into the apartment community, they give us this big, thick packet. And one of the papers in here is regarding pets.
Can I see
and
it?
On this, I highlighted it for you.
You live in the same community?
Mm-hmm. We live in
And on it, it does state that the residents agree to be responsible for any and all damages caused by that pet while on that property.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What is the purpose of an identification tag, Miss Riley?
To call me and have me come pick the cat up.
If what?
If the cat gets out.
Well, that's what he did.
And later today,
You evidently told the state that Miss Eccles was your child care provider. Now, if you think that the state is going to make you a gift, you are absolutely mistaken.
Well, how come they...
We are not going to make you a gift for committing fraud.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. David Ehrman says neighbor Erin Riley owes for medical bills due to a cat bite. Erin says David should have never picked up her cat.
Miss Riley, I've read your answer. I would like you to explain to me why you believe that you are in no way responsible for Mr. Ehrman's injury.
I don't think that he should have picked up the cat in the first place. I realize that my cat does look a lot like his cat, but my cat was hissing and very upset. I feel like he should have put it down. I feel like it wasn't his responsibility to save it from coyotes.
Okay. Does your cat have claws?
Yes.
So is your cat an indoor cat or an outdoor cat?
Indoor cat.
What was your cat doing out on the 9th of April?
It escaped at around 9:30. I actually went to go look for it for about an hour.
Escaped how?
It got out my patio door when I was cleaning.
Has that ever happened to you before?
No.
You mean your cat has never gotten out before?
No.
Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Is your cat registered with the county
No.
where you live?
No. It has its shots, and I have a shot record.
But the tag that the cat wears is not a registration tag, is that correct?
No, it's an identification.
What is the purpose of an identification tag, Miss Riley?
To call me and have me come pick the cat up.
If what?
If the cat gets out.
Right. You put the tag on the cat to encourage people, if they find your animal, to pick up the phone and call you in order to return your cat, correct?
Correct.
Well, that's what he did. He did no more than accept your invitation. If he picked up the cat and saw it wasn't his and just put it down, he wouldn't have gotten hurt. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
He was holding your cat, doing exactly what you wanted him to do, which was to call him. It was your invitation. Didn't you ever think of that?
I wasn't expecting my cat to get out.
Well, if you weren't expecting your cat to get out, then why did you put the collar on your cat with the tag and your telephone number on it?
Because my daughter put that tag on my cat. I don't know. I mean, in the case that it did
how old
get
is your
out.
daughter?
She's 9.
Madam, your daughter did not put the tag on the cat. Whose name is on the tag? Yours or your daughter's?
It's the cat's name.
What's the cat's name?
Cherry.
Does it have a last name?
No.
What name was on the tag?
Erin. I said Erin Riley and her phone number.
Oh, well, we replaced the tag. I'm sorry, I forgot. This was a while ago.
Whose name is Erin Riley?
My name.
So your daughter did not put your name and telephone number on. You put your name and telephone number on the tag and attached it to the cat. Right?
Yes.
Your Honor, can I make
What?
a statement? As far as her statement that she made earlier saying that the cat only got out once, unfortunately that is false.
Of course it's
brought
false.
witnesses with me as well that have seen the cat on the premises multiple times, especially near my apartment as well.
Is that you?
Both of them.
Tell me your name.
Shannon Ehrman. And yes, on multiple occasions, I have seen the cat right directly in front of our complex.
How do you know it was her cat and not his?
Because I seen the cat the
She
night
lives with
that it
us.
happened, prior to the incident that happened with him, that I saw the cat.
How many times prior to the evening of April 9th had you seen that cat?
Never.
So you never saw it before?
Never before.
After that night?
At least 2 more times after that.
After he was injured?
Correct.
Miss Riley, I want you to take a look at these and tell me if this is the agreement that you signed ultimately when you moved into your apartment.
Of course. Yes.
Well, then you agreed to be responsible, right? You saw his injuries, I assume.
No, I haven't.
Well, just show her the scars as a result of the injury. These are the photographs that were taken while they were stitched. You still have the cat, Miss Riley?
Yes, I do.
Miss Riley, your cat is responsible for the injury that Mr. Ehrman suffered. There isn't a question in my mind about that.
Okay.
I don't think that there's a question in your mind about it
No.
either. I think that the only issue is, do you bear responsibility? I think that by A, allowing your cat to escape, and having signed the agreement with your landlord that you would be responsible for any and all damage, you are in fact responsible. But more so, you encouraged people like Mr. Ehrman to act when you placed a tag on your cat that gave your name and your telephone number and said, please help me. If you find my cat that's gotten out, he did exactly what you told him to do. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I felt that I was getting nowhere and I had to pursue legal action for what little I could get to pay the enormous amount of medical bills.
I'm responsible, but once the cat scratched him, he should have dropped it. That's what I think.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Eccles versus Fowler. Step forward, please.
Student Colette Eccles is suing her cousin, 23-year-old student Christy Fowler, for unpaid babysitting fees. Christy says Colette did a poor job.
Miss Eccles, you provided daycare for Miss Fowler's children.
Yes.
How old were her children?
4 and 6.
And when did you provide daycare for her children?
December of 2001 to February 2002.
And it was your agreement with Miss Fowler that when she got a state check for child care, that she would pay you, correct?
Yes.
And she never did.
No.
Is that right?
Correct.
Now, Miss Fowler tells me the following story in her answer. Bert, are we paying careful attention here? I want you to listen to this story.
I am with you.
Miss Fowler says that you did not do a good job when you took care of her children. But despite that, when she got her state check, it was just before she was ready to go to jail. So she cashed the check and she gave the money to a friend to give to you. I read that right, didn't I?
No, ma'am.
I didn't read that right? Let's see what you say here. You said...
He was my cousin, Your Honor.
Oh, you mean it wasn't friend, it was cousin?
Yeah, exactly.
But other than that, I was right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Colette Eccles says her cousin, Christy Fowler, owes for unpaid babysitting fees. Christy says Colette is scamming the state.
How much did you give your cousin to give to her?
Like $2,000.
And does your cousin have a name?
Fabian.
And what does Mr. do for a living?
He works somewhere now, but then he didn't have no job then.
So at the time that you gave him this $2,000 in cash, he was unemployed?
That's correct.
Now, what prompted you to give the money to Fabian?
Okay, Your Honor, I had just got the check like a day before I was sentenced.
For what?
For why? For possession of a controlled substance and assault, Your Honor. And he lived with me at this time, and they sent me the check with the letter of verification that said I'm supposed to pay her how much I feel that I should pay her.
And the rest was a gift to you?
Excuse me? There was no gift.
Well, if you say that they sent you a check and that the letter said you should pay Miss Eccles what you thought she deserved,
that's right.
Then the rest the state was sending you was a gift. How much was the whole check for?
For $2,208.
Okay. So you thought that she deserved $2,000, leaving you $208.
That's all I spent.
Just a second. Let's say you thought she deserved $1,000. So you would have given her $1,000, and the other $1,208 would have been a gift to you from the state for being a good mother.
Yes, Your Honor. If that's
yes,
how you
okay.
want to
I
put
just
it.
wanted to make sure where we were going. So the $208 was a gift to you from Officer Byrd, because he's a citizen who pays taxes. Miss Fowler, I don't believe you.
Okay.
Let us start with, I don't believe you. I don't believe that the day before you went to jail, you said to Fabian, an unemployed cousin who lived with you in a house where there were drugs going on and everything else, you gave him $2,000 and said to him, I want you to go find Miss Eccles and give her the money that I owe her for not taking good care of my children. I don't believe you.
But she know it's true. Just ask her. She know I gave him the money.
I'm going to ask her
she
right
know
now.
It's true.
Did Fabian give you $2,000?
No, he did not.
He gave her $800.
No, he did not.
Just a minute. If he gave her $800, what happened to the other $1,200?
I don't know what he did with it. I was gone. I was already incarcerated, Your Honor.
Just a minute. You were already gone. So what makes you think he gave her $800?
Because everybody told me. Everybody say so. The whole family. She been knowing my whole family for 17 years. I got my stub right here. I got a statement right here from another man, my stepdad that was living with me. He took her to my house and gave her the $800. She went and searched my house and found $800. And that was the money, half of the money.
Miss Fowler, why did you just tell me before and swear in your answer that you gave her $2,000 when you didn't give her $2,000? You only gave her, according to you, she only took $800.
Listen, I gave Fabian $2,000.
What does that have to do with her?
He knew what he was supposed to do with the money. I left my business, I left my house, I left him my car, I left him my children, I left him everything to handle my business while I go and do my time, Your Honor. If he didn't give it to her, what am I supposed to do? I can't do nothing from jail. But I guess he spent half the money.
You know that
and he
actually
gave her
sounds logical to her? Miss Fowler, let us say you bought a television set for $2,000 at Sears Roebuck. And before you went to jail, you say to Fabian, here is the $2,000 that I owe to Sears Roebuck. And Fabian doesn't pay Sears. And Sears comes when you get out of jail and you say, well, what are you doing here? And they say, well, I'm coming to get my TV because you didn't pay for it. And you say, but you can't do that. Fabian had the money. I gave the money to Fabian. You see how stupid that sounds?
Okay,
how far do you think you would get with them?
No, that's a legitimate business.
Just a second.
This is not a legitimate business.
Yes.
She asked me.
No. Miss Eccles, you evidently told the state in the form of a written voucher that Miss Eccles was your child care provider for your 2 children. Now, if you lied to the state when you told them that, but if you think that the state is going to make you a gift, you are absolutely mistaken.
Well, how come they...
We are not going to make you a gift for committing fraud. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $2,000. That's all. Step out.
See that? She didn't even let you talk. It's destroyed our whole relationship. I never want to see this woman in my house, around my family, again in my whole life.
No sweat off my bag.
My one child came home dirty, hungry, every time.
They weren't dirty when I had them.
She trying to get paid for an illegal daycare, but I'm trying to get paid too.
Judge Judy seen through everything.
Now, this is case number 554 on the calendar in the matter of Smith Alston versus Ryan. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. You folks have seats, please.
Miss Alston, according to what I've read, you and Mr. Smith moved into a house.
Yes.
Along with some children. Are they your children?
Yes. We have a daughter together.
Are there other children in the house?
My 2 sons.
How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
You've been dating a long time.
10 years.
The test is over. And you moved into the house when? In the year 2000?
Yes.
Mr. Ryan and his family are your neighbors.
Correct.
And according to your complaint, there has been a series of harassing behavior, as well as some vandalism that has occurred to your home, caused by Mr. Ryan and his children. Mr. Ryan says that the harassment is really yours, and that you have been harassing him, his children. You have foster children?
Yes.
How many foster children do you have?
2 foster children, 2 adopted.
Are these your 2 foster children?
Well, one's adopted, one's a foster.
In any event, I have a claim and a counterclaim, each for a substantial amount of money for the harassment and damage to property. And I gather, Ms. Alston, from your complaint that you are, in fact, selling your house and moving.
Yes.
Because of this problem.
Yes.
That's very sad. Okay. When did the problem start?
2001.
Tell me about it.
Well, when the children started going to school, they befriended his foster children. One incident occurred where Royce had received a scooter for Christmas, which his son broke about a month later, and they had a fight about it.
You got into a fight with him? Tell me about that. Stand up there next to your mom. You stand up there. Did he break your scooter by accident?
It was on purpose.
Tell me how he purposely broke your scooter.
He threw it on the sidewalk and it broke the handles.
Why did he throw it?
I don't know.
Was he just being careless? Or was he angry? Why did you break your scooter?
It was an accident. I was just swinging around it and slipped on
Slowly. It was an accident because
I was swinging it around and then it slipped out of my hands.
You were swinging it around. Well, that wasn't handling it like you're supposed to handle a scooter, so you broke it because you weren't being careful, right?
Hmm?
Did you pay for the scooter? Why not?
I knew nothing about it.
If you had known about it, would you have paid for the scooter?
Sure.
How come you didn't tell him?
We did.
Tell me about it.
After the fight occurred, the police were called.
No, no. The scooter was broken.
Right.
Right after the scooter was broken, did you tell Mr. Ryan what had happened?
No, because not even I knew about it until after the fight.
How much after the scooter was broken did the fight take place?
Probably 2 or 3 days.
Okay, so then there's a fight. Go ahead.
After the fight, the police were called. The police came to my house. That's when Royce had then told me his older brother, Anthony, had broke his scooter.
Older brother Anthony?
His older brother was the one who broke the scooter.
So you didn't break the scooter? Did Anthony break the scooter? Who broke the scooter, David?
Anthony.
Then why did you just tell me you broke it? David, why did you tell me that you broke the scooter if it was Anthony who broke it?
Because I didn't remember if it was me or him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, after the police were called, because Royce had hit him a couple of times and I guess he had retaliated back, we had told the police officer about the scooter, and the police officer went and talked to Mr. Ryan. Mr. Ryan, like he said he knew nothing about it. He never offered to pay for the scooter, so we just basically said we'll get our son another one.
Okay, so that was the first thing that happened. Now, did that start the trouble?
Yes.
Go ahead.
About 2 weeks later, they got a scooter or whatever, found a scooter on the street or whatever. The kids saw it and said, hey, are you going to replace our scooter? And he said, no, we're not going to.
David said no?
Was it David?
Yeah.
Okay, David. So what Royce did, he got upset. He took the scooter and threw it in the garbage. After
Not
that,
the right thing to do, Royce. Right? Okay.
so I guess he went to go look for the scooter, and it was gone. And ever since then, we've been having a lot of chaos with this gentleman.
With the gentleman or with his children?
No, with him.
Well, tell me about it.
Royce was outside. He was walking home from Greer, which is a park that's right around the corner from our house. Frederick Ryan was outside and made a gesture to Royce, hey, would you like to own one of these? Which was a water scooter or jet ski. And Royce looked at him like he was crazy. After that, Frederick came across the street to my house and requested to speak to Royce's parents. We weren't home. My car had broken down and Derek had come to assist me. So we weren't home yet when he came over. Well, when he saw that Royce was there and it was just Royce and my son Laurel, he grabbed my son Royce by the neck.
Well, you weren't home, so you don't know what happened.
No, I'm just going off of what the witnesses told me.
I will hear it from you. Your mother is telling me about an incident when Mr. Ryan came to your house. Do you remember that incident?
Yes.
Your parents weren't home?
No.
Tell me what happened.
Royce had came in. He told me how Rick said you wish you had a jet ski like mine or whatever.
You mean Mr. Ryan?
Yeah.
Mr. Ryan said you wish you had a jet ski like mine, and then Royce came into the house.
Yeah.
Royce, when Mr. Ryan said that to you, did you say anything to him? Nothing? Didn't call him a name or anything?
I just looked at him like, in shock.
Go ahead.
5 minutes later after he came in, all of a sudden you hear a loud bang on the door. I'm thinking it's him and his friend playing. I told them to stop. A couple minutes later, you hear it again. So I was in there washing dishes, and I stopped from what I was doing. And it was Frederick with his hands on my brother.
Mr. Ryan?
Mr. Ryan. He had his hands on my brother's neck, throwing him into the door. I came out. I pushed him out. I told him.
Put your hand down, sir.
He was in the house. I pushed him out, and I told him, why are you on the property? He looked at me and laughed. And so I pushed him out of the house again and told him, you need to get off my property. And then he tried to grab me. He had me like this. I had him like this, and I told him, you're not going to do like you just did my brother. You need to get off my property.
And he left?
My 7-year-old sister had called the police, and he heard that, and he left.
Did the police respond?
Yes.
You have a police report?
I do.
I'd like to see it, please.
Judge Judy?
I didn't ask you anything yet, Mr. Ryan. Well, Royce, you left something out of your statement to me. You told the police that day that when Mr. Ryan asked you if you'd like to have a jet ski, and you thought he was teasing you, right? Right? You flipped him off. That's what you told the police. Right? Answer me.
Yes.
Now, is that true?
Yes.
Well, don't leave anything out when I ask you a question, young man. This is a court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm going to tell the state of California that they better look very carefully into whether or not you should have him in your house with all your children, madam. Something's not right with him.
I don't think this is fair.
I don't give a rat's behind what you think.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Charlotte Alston says neighbor Rick Ryan assaulted her 9-year-old son. She claims Rick has harassed her family ever since.
Now let's proceed, Mr. Ryan.
Okay.
You've been having a lot of trouble with this young man because you say that there has been bad language coming out.
A lot of it.
Okay.
I got tired of it.
Fine. So you got tired of it. I want you to tell me what happened on October 18th.
I was going to the store, I believe, or I was just coming home. I'm not sure exactly which. And he's out in the street, cussing, swearing, foul language, give me the finger and all this.
That's not true, what you just told me. That's not true, because it's not what you told the police. You told the police this all emanated from the fact that he was calling your daughter names.
No, it had nothing to do with my daughter that day.
Really?
My daughter was not home.
Statement by Frederick Ryans, that's you. Is that correct?
Yes.
I was in the house when my daughter came inside and told me Royce was calling her names. That's the statement you gave to the police.
Okay.
Now you remember, sir?
That's possible. There's been so many instances.
Listen to me carefully, sir.
Okay.
Then you say I don't remember. You don't lie. Do you understand?
I didn't really think
Good.
that's what it was.
It's a lie.
Okay.
Fine. So now let's get to where we're going. So your daughter came in and told you that this young man was calling her names. What did you do?
I went over to the house to talk to the parents.
How did you get there?
With my van.
How far do you live?
Right across the street.
Then you got in your van.
I was going somewhere, so.
You're a liar.
No.
Oh, yes, you are, sir. You got in the van for the purpose of intimidating. I have statements from witnesses, from your neighbors. Listen to me, sir. On your best day, you are not as smart and as clever as I am on my worst day. Do you understand that, Mr. Ryan? Sure. If you don't remember something, say, I don't remember. I'm going to read you another statement. You told the police, I followed him, and when I got to the front door, his older brother was there. You didn't tell the police that you were going out and getting into your van. You just stopped by the house. You said, I followed him.
Yeah, I pulled up to the house right there and went up to the front door to talk to the parents.
I watched Rick pull up in his van and chase Royce into the house.
That's not true.
Well, that's from an independent witness, sir.
Well,
that's from an independent witness who was spoken to by the police. Okay, so you get to the house, and he tells you to leave, and you don't leave. You put your hands on him.
Nope.
Did you leave?
I asked to speak
to his parents. Leave? He said his parents weren't home. Did you leave?
He showed me.
Did you leave?
After he pushed me and told me to get off the property, I pushed him back.
Let's move to the next incident, please.
Okay, right after that, on 10/29, again, Mr. Ryan approached my child. My child was outside on his way to football practice. He drove up on the sidewalk and deliberately tried to run my son over.
Go ahead, I'll hear you, Mr. Ryan.
He was on my sidewalk, and that's where I park.
He was on your sidewalk, and that's where you park. Is that your answer?
That's exactly where I park, yes.
So the answer is, Mr. Ryan, you did in fact see him on the 29th.
Yeah, yes.
And he was on the sidewalk, but you park on the sidewalk.
I don't park. It's not on the sidewalk, but it's right on the curb there. He was there in the parking spot when I pulled up.
So you pulled up and he got out of the way?
Yes.
I'm going to tell the state of California that they better look very carefully into whether or not you should have him in your house with all your children, madam. There's something not right with him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I've been in this business a long time. Something's not right with him. He's picking on a kid. Put your hand down. You're supposed to be the adult.
Well, I don't think this is fair.
I don't give a rat's behind what you think, Mr. Ryan. I came into this case as a blank slate.
Right.
I said to myself, I can't believe he is a man. He must love children. He has foster children. And yet, I'm listening to a series of
Lies.
Provocative acts by an adult against children. One where you actually put your hands on him.
That's not true.
Oh, yes it is. You actually put your hands on him.
If I put my hands on him and slammed him up against the door, ma'am, I would, if it was my child, I would take them to the hospital. Excuse me.
I want to tell you something. I find that you put your hands on him.
No, I have not.
Oh, I find that he puts his hands on you to get you out of his house. But you put your hands on him.
Never in the house.
That's 3 children that you either touched or tried to hurt or tried to scare in 10 minutes. Now, is that the kind of person that I think should be taking care of children? That the state should entrust children to? The answer, madam, is no. I now want to hear about your allegation of vandalism against Mr. Ryan.
Okay, November 10th. My daughter and my younger son were outside playing, and I guess she was 6 years old at the time. Went across the street and doorbell ditched his house.
What does that mean?
She went across the street and rang his doorbell and ran back across the street.
Not smart.
She was
You're
only
6-year-old.
She's 6.
Not smart.
And when he came out and saw her running, he called her. Mr. Smith, when Royce came in and told his dad what had just occurred, Derek went over there to talk to find out what had happened. When Derek went over there, he immediately said, if you don't get off my property, I'm going to shoot your house up. At that time...
Just a minute. Were you there?
Yes, I was.
Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. I was right there in the garage.
Okay.
After that, Derek said, I need to know why you just called my daughter out of her name. Why would you talk to my 6-year-old daughter in that tone of manner? At that point, his wife comes to the door yelling, if you don't get off my property, we're going to do something to you. So she goes back into the house as if she's going to get a gun. I go over, I grab my fiance.
She went back into the house.
She went back into the house like she was going to go get something.
Call the police.
When I saw that, I deliberately ran over and grabbed my fiance and said, let's get out of here. These people are crazy.
Okay, stop. What was the vandalism?
The vandalism was he shot through our window November 21st.
Did anybody see him do it?
My son did. He didn't actually see him. He heard his door open.
When he opens his door, it squeaks a lot. And just before my window was shot, because I was in my room at the time when it was shot through, the door squeaked open. When it was shot afterwards, his door squeaked again, and it sounded like it shut.
That's not very strong circumstantial evidence. Some, considering the history, but it's not sufficient enough for me to find an act of vandalism on Mr. Ryan's part. Okay. I'd like to hear the first act of alleged harassment against you, Mr. Ryan.
On the 30th of December, he was cussing and yelling out the window. Then
who was cussing and yelling out the window?
Royce.
Royce, the little one.
Yes. Then 2 days later, on the 1st, my oldest daughter, who's not here, 17 and a half, went to Placerville with her boyfriend, and she was just coming home. And right after that, she came in the house and she saw him going along my wife's car, scraping it.
Where's your daughter?
She didn't come.
Well, then I'm not interested in what you have to tell me, because if you didn't see it and she's not here to tell me about it, it never happened. Do you understand?
I saw them run across the street.
Excuse me?
She saw them run across the street.
Step up.
They were in the yard.
Step up. No.
Hold on.
They were...
Okay, what date did this happen?
January 1st.
January 1st.
Okay, tell me what you saw.
I saw the little one by the side of the car, and when he realized it was me, he ran across the street.
So you didn't see him do anything? Is
that
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you what you should have done, Mr. Ryan. When one of your children broke his new scooter, you should have been the right kind of neighbors and gone over to the Smith Alstons and said to them, we're sorry my son did that. I'm going to replace it, because that's what you're supposed to do. Should have gone over there. I'm not excusing bad behavior. Yours. You understand? I think that you have a fresh mouth. Royce, does your mom know you have a fresh mouth?
Yes.
He does, you know.
Yes.
You know, he looks like a sweet little angel, but, you know, I know that he can be a nasty little kid. Not necessarily his brother, who looks like a relatively mild guy. But this one's a brat.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I heard not one incident, Mr. Ryan, or Mrs. Ryan, where either Miss Alston or Mr. Smith acted inappropriately with your children. There may have been instances with their children acting inappropriately with your children, or acting inappropriately towards you, calling you names, this little fresh mouth over here. But I haven't heard one incident where these two people acted inappropriately with you or your minor children, because that's what caused them to sell their house, the fact that adults who were supposed to know better were intimidating their children. That they can't tolerate, then they have to move. And for that, you have to pay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. Defendants get nothing on their counterclaim. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
We tried to get a restraining order.
Basically, I have tried to talk with him.
We argued for an hour and a half. There's nothing but constant lies.
Verbally, but to no avail.
And it's ridiculous.
This man has severe problems. He needs help.
Have a seat.
Ms. Terrietta, this is your mom.
Yes.
And you're suing her for a couple of things. First, you were living with her and her boyfriend. I assume this is the boyfriend?
Yes, it is.
For a while. You and your husband?
Yes.
And children?
My baby.
Your
My
baby?
6-month-old son.
Child. And there was some sort of a disagreement, a dispute. You left the house and you claim that your mother still has some of your property.
Yes.
That's one. Number two, you claim that your mother falsely reported to the police that you had stolen a credit card from her.
Correct.
And you were arrested.
Yes.
Your mom says that she has none of your property, and I don't understand her defense with regard to the credit card. Is what you're saying, Ms. Coleman, that you didn't call the police, but your boyfriend called the police?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, when did you and your husband and baby move in with your mother?
April 2004.
Why?
My mom didn't raise me. My father raised me from when I was 3 and my brother was 1 in New York. And I talked to my mom maybe 3 or 4 times a year for my whole life. She asked us to come there and come visit her, so I brought my son and we came to visit. I visited for about a month, and she said, why don't you come here with...
Well, what was your husband doing when you were visiting for
He
a
was
month?
still at work in North Carolina, where I'm from.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we were there for about a month, and John had come to visit 2 weekends, and she said, you should come here, save up all of your money, live with us, and you can save up enough money and get a house and come live here. So we did.
Where is here?
To Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And things were pretty normal and good for a little while.
Did your husband find a job?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
And I got a job at the end of August. After that, I think things went downhill from there. She was watching my son while I was going to work, and he had diaper rash almost every week to the point where his butt was bleeding, and I had to fix it every weekend.
Can you tell me on what day you moved out?
October 16th.
Had there been an argument?
Yes.
About what?
They came home, they had been drinking. My brother was back from Iraq with his wife, and they came into the house and they were stomping and slamming doors and screaming. And I asked my brother, I was like, can you be quiet? My son is sleeping. And he stood up and he was like, I don't have to be quiet, I don't have to do anything. And then Ron came up behind him and he was like, this is my house and this is my rules, and if you don't like it, you can get out. And he was screaming and acting like a psycho, so I went and got my husband. And he got in my husband's face and tried to start a fight with him and said, come on, big boy, come on, big boy. You want to do something?
I got it. So things were, so you left that night?
Yes. And she came into my bedroom and she brought her purse with her. She took out her wallet and she opened it up and she went to looking through her credit cards and she went to give me the black one that I use sometimes, and then she goes, oh, you have my GM card, why don't you just use that one? Get a week at the hotel, and I'll get you somewhere to live. At the end of the week, I'll get you somewhere to live.
Well, why would she get you somewhere to live if you were working and your husband was working?
Because she felt bad because we had moved there.
You had the credit card?
Correct.
Ms. Coleman, how did she get the credit card?
She had it. She was going to obtain some Barbie dolls for me at her job.
She gave it to me.
Just a second. When did you give her your credit card?
Probably 2 weeks prior to her leaving the house.
Does that sound familiar to you?
She gave me the card almost every day, all the time, for gas, cigarettes, everything.
How many times did she use the credit card? If I were to look at the slips from the credit card company, how many times before October had she used the credit card?
Probably about 6.
And Would you give it to her each time, or was it in her possession?
Usually.
Not usually. Was it in her possession?
She kept it. She kept it. She kept it.
She kept it?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I'm going to get to the truth.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I would like to see the police report that was filled out with regard to the credit card. Well, first of all, Mrs. Coleman, you filled out this police report. This is in your handwriting.
Yes, they made me.
Nobody makes you do anything, and you say here that she used it without my knowledge or permission.
Right.
Who made you? Your boyfriend?
No, no. When the sheriff came to the house.
Why did the sheriff come to the house?
Because he had checked our account online, and she had used
Who
it.
had?
My husband.
Yeah.
And she had used it at the motel room, charging $309. She went 3 different times in a matter of hours to the Meijer at the bottom of the hill and went on a shopping spree. Okay.
And
so
charged what?
Energy drinks, men's boxer shorts, women's bras, conditioner, shampoos, all the stuff that she brought the policeman to the house to get that night.
Miss Coleman, I don't understand something, madam. I mean, I hear you talking about all the things that she charged on this. You're not talking about a lot of money. They all look like emergency things that one would use if they were staying temporarily someplace that they needed interimly, especially when you have a baby.
Right.
And you knew she had the card, and she had had the card before.
Right.
Don't you think the smarter idea, rather than involving the police in this, was after you went online and saw that she had charged the hotel room and charged the other thing, to call the credit card company and say, listen, my daughter has the card. She's not authorized to use it anymore. I want to stop the use of the card. Do not let it be used again.
Prior to this, she had went to my salon and was mad at her husband, charged $680-some worth of tanning products. My husband and her had gotten to a confrontation over it, and he told her, you are not allowed to use this credit card unless your mother gives you permission. He said, because if you use this without my knowledge, he said, I will file a complaint on you.
Don't you think that it would have been smarter, more maternal, if you say to whatever his first name is, Joe, she's my daughter, she left the house, she's got my grandson with her, we don't want her to use the card anymore, just call the company and tell them, shut off the card. I don't want to involve the police, I don't want her to be arrested. Did you say that to him?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he say?
Well, he said that he had already told her that she was not allowed to use it. And before she brought it back, minutes before she came to my house with the policeman standing there, she stopped and got a pack of cigarettes at the corner store.
You think he did the right thing?
No, ma'am.
You think you did the right thing?
Yes.
You did the wrong thing. Understand something? You're not blood. And what you did was irrevocably injure, if it hadn't been before, her relationship with her daughter. If you didn't want her to have the credit card, you should have taken it back.
We attempted to take it back.
No. Your girlfriend says that you told her you can hold on to it, but if you use it again without your mother's permission or my permission, I'm going to call the police. And I'm saying, is she lying to me?
No.
Well, and I'm saying to you, if you didn't want the temptation there, you should have taken the credit card back. But you don't put her in a situation where she's got a baby and the police come to the motel and take her away and arrest her. That can start a process going from which it's very hard to extricate yourself. Very stupid. But they were entitled to do it. And I somehow think that your mother is sorry that it happened. She's sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place.
I know.
You got it?
I know.
Okay. What does your mother have in the house that belongs to you?
I have pictures of some of this stuff, and then I wrote a list of all the things
Let
that
me
she
see.
has. And I called her and asked for his high chair, and she said, when I was in the hotel, because I said he was eating on the bed, and she said, well, he needs his high chair. And I said, I want my caricature and the calendar of him that I've been making of him since I was born. And she said, you know, I don't think I have those things. All I want is some respect. And she said, Ron's going to take care of it from here and threw the phone down.
Okay. You have these things?
I see she showed you a little picture of a toy box that Nicholas is in. That's mine. I bought everything that she's talking about, and I have receipts. I have $10,000 worth of receipts. Mr. Turrietti was asked if he had got everything out. He said, yes, he did. He looked at me and said, all's in there is garbage. I can go down to my job, get a truck, come up and throw all that garbage away if you want me to. I said, don't worry about it, John. I'll clean it up.
Did you go to the house?
Yes, Your Honor. I went on...
With or without the police?
With the police.
Fine.
And before we walked in, they wouldn't let us in the house until they had the credit card and the key to the tanning salon. She had to come up from the hotel. We gave them back the credit card, but we are not allowed to go anywhere in the house except the bedroom. Our stuff was in the basement, in another closet.
There's a lot of junk here.
Yes, Your Honor.
All of this doesn't add up to the motel room, right?
Right.
So what are you doing here?
I want the calendar that I've been making of my son since he was born. There's no, you cannot put a price on that. I put pictures of
Okay, do you have the calendar?
No, ma'am. And if it wasn't all that garbage, and what I had done was bought cases
Do you have
of
the
Pampers.
calendar? The
No,
answer is
ma'am.
no. She doesn't have the calendar.
That's just to hurt me. That's just to keep things from me that are
She
of
doesn't
my
have it.
son's.
Listen, you used a credit card, and I think that you probably knew that you weren't supposed to use the credit card at the time when you used it, whether you did or whether you didn't. What he had to pay for as a result of your using the credit card is more than this.
They didn't pay for anything. That's why my case was dismissed on January 21st, because they could not provide the receipts because they didn't pay the bill.
Oh, really?
Really.
Is that right?
You would have to ask Ron about that. We did pay. The reason it was dropped is I'm going through some cancer treatments. I didn't feel like going to, I couldn't. I was throwing
All
up.
I want to know is, did you pay for the motel?
We've reported it to the credit card company
They did not.
as a misuse of the credit card.
So the answer is you didn't.
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
She said that there's no need to make the payments now that the car's wrecked. So she told me.
No, you just made that up as you're going.
No, ma'am.
Did you say that to him?
No, I did not.
That's not what you wrote in your complaint, sir.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Beatrice Turrieta says her mother, Beatrice Coleman, had her falsely arrested for credit card theft. Beatrice says her mother gave her that card.
You bought certain things for your grandson. Toy box?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. High chair?
No, ma'am. I don't have the toy, but I didn't. Oh, that's a walker, yes. But I don't have that. They have that.
Yeah.
But this you have?
Yes, ma'am.
You want this?
I don't have that other thing.
Just listen to me. Do you want this?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You have any problem with them having that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. If you want to go over there in the company of a peace officer within 5 days, you can get those things. Understood?
Understood.
Very good. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was born to that, who I haven't seen since I was 3, and I will never see again.
I would have still give her the $3,000 if that's what she wanted.
She's not a mother. She doesn't know how to be a mother. She never will be a mother.
When she came to my house, she asked my husband where his connection was for cocaine, so I'm sure that's probably what she needed it for. Either that or a gallon of Captain Morgan every week.
I do like Captain Morgan, but I'm a little fat to be on the coke, I think.
She's been in prison before for
Sponsor,
welfare
actually.
fraud.
I was in jail. I wasn't, and I've made mistakes in my life.
My dad told me I was selling my soul to the devil when I came to her house, and he was right.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lester versus Lester. Step forward, please.
Marilee and Thomas Lester are suing their daughter, 22-year-old food server Natasia Lester, for the unpaid balance on a '97 Saturn. Natasia claims her parents took the car away from her.
Mr. and Mrs. Lester, this is your daughter. How old are you?
22.
According to your complaint, you co-signed for a car for your daughter about 2 years ago. And the agreement was that she was to make the payments on the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And she did make payments on the car for 2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And then something happened. She was in an accident. And according to you, she just stopped making payments on the car. She said her insurance lapsed and she stopped making payments on the car. You want the car payments because
Yes, ma'am.
you don't want your credit to be ruined. Your daughter says that she made the payments for 2 years, and I assume that she intended to keep on making the payments, but that you had the car towed from her place of employment to your house, and she no longer has the car.
That is true.
So then I guess a lot of this has to do with timeline. Why you're suing your child, I don't even want to get into. But you purchased the car when, Natasia?
In September of 2002.
May I see the paperwork? Do you have the paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see it, please?
You want just the contract or just all of the paperwork? Here's the contract.
Good luck.
Yes, that's very small. It was faxed over.
I couldn't find the original.
What were your payments, Natasha?
$188.57.
And you made the payments from September 2002 until when?
Until August of 2004.
When was the accident?
It was in September of 2004.
And what did you do with the car?
I left it at my place of employment, trying to get it fixed. I had made arrangements with a friend of mine that worked there, and he was going to help me get it fixed.
What was wrong with the car?
I ran over a tire on the freeway, and the extent of the damage, I'm not quite sure exactly. I know the radiator was busted. It was undrivable. I had to have it towed.
And according to your parents, you let the insurance lapse on the car.
Yes, I had.
Why is that?
Just making payments for other things, and I know that I shouldn't have, but it got lapsed. That was on my own fault. I let that happen.
Now, you did in fact tow the car.
Yes.
Yes, I put it on a trailer and took it to my house.
And then you went over to speak to her.
Yes.
Well, tell me about the conversation.
I just asked her how she was doing and what happened, and she's told me she couldn't. She swerved trying to avoid a tire, and then she just kept driving the car because she didn't want to stop. Then I said, well, are you okay? She says, yes, I'm fine.
Okay.
And then I just went back to my work, and I was talking to my guys at work what to do with the car. And I said, well, I'll have to bring it over to my shop and check it out to see what really needs to be done. I had no knowledge that she was going to have anything to do with getting it fixed with anybody over there.
Well, didn't you ask her?
No, I did not at that time.
Why not?
I figured, well, I'll just take it to my house. That way I can take care of it, get it fixed, and we can get it back on the road.
Mr. Lester, you just precipitously took her car away. You can't do that.
The car's still in my name too, ma'am.
You can't do that, sir.
She said that there's no need to make the payments now that the car's wrecked. So she told me.
No, you just made that up as you're going.
No, ma'am. She,
Did you say that to him?
No, I did not.
That's not what you wrote in your complaint, sir. You have the car now?
Yes, it's in the garage.
Very good. Well, I don't know what you're complaining about. I assume you're fixing it, right?
No, I'm not fixing it.
Well, I suggest you do.
I can't because I didn't have the money.
I suggest, Mr. Lester, that you fix it because you had a contract with your daughter. And you breached that contract when you towed the car without her consent or permission, without having a discussion with her, back to your home. Now, I don't know what else was going on between you and your daughter, but clearly that's not the way family treats family.
Can I go ahead and say something? After we went ahead and had the car towed to our home, she made no contact whatsoever to go ahead and say, you know, what can I do? I know I didn't make the insurance payments. Why, I mean...
I didn't make the car payments.
Didn't make the car payments.
Just a second. Don't say she didn't make the car payments. She did make the car payments. She's not obligated to make the car payments now that you have the car in your possession.
The only reason I towed the car is because my boss, he gets upset when crash vehicles are in his parking lot.
We couldn't leave it in that yard, and she wouldn't
Then you have a discussion with your daughter. You just don't take it.
She was not at work the next day.
Mr. Lester, Mrs. Lester, you got a lot of excuses. I don't know what problem you have with your daughter. It has nothing to do with this car. Your case is dismissed. You have the car. Fix it and sell it. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She doesn't agree with my lifestyle, and I can't have anybody like that in my life.
When she notified me saying that her and her girlfriend had gotten married and that she was no longer going to have anything to do with me, I was very concerned with that.
She had become a stalker, and I just felt that I didn't want her in my life anymore, and she didn't agree with that, so I had to go for a restraining order.
I have no problem with her lifestyle. I don't like her girlfriend.
She makes little comments. It's not something that she says directly, but she makes little comments, you know, here and there.
If she wants to go ahead and believe that, fine. But I love my daughter very much, and she's, you know, I just want her to be happy.
Something that could have been fixed, and it's gone way out of proportion now.
Sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mrs. Williams, you took your dog into the defendant's grooming establishment, and it is your claim that he abused you, he abused your dog, you had to take the dog someplace else to be finished, and you're suing him for several $100s. Miss Williams, what kind of a dog do you have?
A miniature schnauzer.
How long have you had the dog?
She's probably about 1.5 years old.
How many times have you had her groomed?
I had always groomed her myself. This was the first time she's ever been done professionally.
Okay, and why did you decide to have her done professionally this time?
She had been bitten by a brown recluse, and we...
What's a brown recluse?
A spider. She had a spider bite on her neck. Once we got her all well from the spider bite, we had decided that we wanted to take her to get a special treatment, just for her pain and suffering for her own kind of thing to make her feel pretty for a change.
Dogs don't know when they don't look pretty.
Well, we did.
They don't know if they're not pretty.
Well, their little pink bows and their polished nails.
They don't care about polished nails. Anyway, where do you live?
In Spring Hill, Tennessee.
So how did you find Mr. Loeb's grooming salon?
I had gotten a paper in the mail.
Okay, from one of these freebies that you get in the mail.
Yes.
Good. You called him and said you wanted to bring the dog in immediately.
Well, I told him that I saw his paper, and I explained to him that I would only be down in Columbia for a short period of time. Would it be possible to get her in and out of the time that I wanted?
So he said, fine, bring the dog in?
Well, first he told me that it wasn't possible for the hours that I needed to get done. Told him, okay, thanks for the call. He had a cute article in the paper, and I wished him well with his business. After that, he was like, well, let me think about this and see how we can do it. I can probably even schedule you an appointment so he could get the business. So I was grateful for the opportunity. He was willing to work with me, so I was certainly willing to take the dog for the drive.
So you had a 3-hour window, according to what I read in your paper?
Yes.
Okay. And what did you say to Mr. Loeb when you got there?
I told him that we would be back at about 12:30 to pick her up. He took down my phone number, and when we left, he called my cell phone to confirm that this was the dog that he had to have out within the 3 hours. Told him that, yes, that was her. He said, great, he'd see me about 12:30. So when I came back at actually about 12:45, I just asked him if the dog was ready. He was outside having ice cream, so I assumed that she was ready. And he said no, that he had washed the dogs in the morning, and they were still drying. And I told him, I said, you are aware of the time? And he said, can you give me another 20 minutes? I said, sure, I can do another 20 minutes, but understand that's cutting it very close. So he said, okay, fine. I left for about 20 minutes, and I came back, and he came out behind the partition and asked me, how did I want her cut? I told him she's a miniature schnauzer we had discussed in the morning. I wanted a miniature schnauzer cut. And I told him, I said, you are aware that we are already behind and that I don't have much time left, and when it comes time that I have to go, I have to go. He said he's aware of that. He's doing the best that he could do. He was behind the partition. I could hear him back there. I mean, he was being very rude to my dog.
How was he being rude to your dog?
He was, I mean, the way he was, it was like, stop it, stop it. And whenever I got there in the morning, I explained, he asked me what kind of a temperament she had. I told him that I had always groomed her and I put a muzzle on her myself, that I would recommend and suggest that he do the same thing. When I got there, he told me that my dog did not behave. And I asked him, I said, what dog do you know that hops up on the table and says, please give me a haircut? I mean, I expected her to not have a good time with the clippers against her.
Miss Williams, I thought you told me a moment ago that you were taking this dog in as a special treat for her.
Yes.
Because she had a spider bite, so you wanted to give her a special treat.
Right.
Well, dogs are used to having you groom her, so you take her to a stranger, and you just said to me, what dog do you know that likes to have a clippers taken to? So this wasn't a special treat for the dog, this was a special treat for you.
I guess, so to see her look pretty.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's a special treat for you. Okay, so let's move on. So when he's talking rudely to the dog, go ahead.
Well, he was obviously irritated with me outside when I asked him, since he was outside eating ice cream, I assumed my dog was done. That's when the obvious irritation with him started. When we were inside, I would tell him, you know, this is how long it's been, how much longer is it going to be? A few more minutes, a few more minutes.
Is that the way you was talking to him? You said, how much longer is it going to be, just that way?
Yes, I was not, at this point, I wasn't rude
and he
or
said,
upset.
And he said just a few more minutes?
Yes.
Just a few more minutes. Okay, so?
So I waited a few more minutes and it still wasn't done.
Okay.
And then when it came down to that very last moment where I knew that even if I caught a long red light, I was going to be late. So I just told him, I said, whether she's done or not, I have to take her with me now.
Okay.
So he put her down and he gave her to me, and she was a mess. I mean, she just looked like she had not had a bath. She had puffs of hair on her where there was not other puffs of hair. She was just a mess.
Okay, she wasn't finished. So
Yes.
what's next?
I offered to pay half the bill. I mean, he did half the work. And he said, no, just take your dog and get out of here. And don't ever come back.
Okay.
I mean, he was very rude to me.
Okay, so he told you to take your dog and go and don't come back.
Right. So. As we were leaving out of the store with the dog, he came running out behind us, hollering obscenities behind us. I took the dog and went straight to my car to lock the door because I did not feel safe. I mean, for him to chase me out of the store. When we got in the car, I realized that my dog's eye was swollen. And then when I got home, both of them were swollen shut. So I called my husband and I explained to him the incident that happened at the store, the fact that the dog was hurt, and we had decided that she had to go to the vet. He called himself to talk to the groomer to find out what happened.
Well, what conversation did you have with him, Mr. Williams?
Well, I called him and I tried to talk to him. I said, hey, what's going on? What happened with the dog?
Well, this guy here, he was really rude. He was loud. He was yelling at me on the phone, and I called to inquire about any services that he had done for the dog.
What were you calling to inquire about?
To find out what happened, why she didn't get groomed, why my wife was upset.
Just a second. What does he care why your wife is upset? I don't understand why you called him. Now, if you said to me, I called him because the dog's eyes were shut and I didn't know what happened, if that's the first thing you said to me, Mr. Williams, then I would say, well, that's legitimate. If you take a dog in, and even if it's not groomed the way you like it, and you take the dog half groomed and you leave, so he didn't charge you. He just said, take the dog. You're nutty. I don't want to deal with you or your dog anymore. There's no reason to call him. But if you're calling to inquire as to the eyes, that would have been the first thing you told me.
Right.
But that wasn't the first thing you told me.
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Well, she was upset. She called me.
Who cares if she's upset? He doesn't care if your wife's upset. Only you care.
Right. So I wanted to figure out what had happened to make her upset and what happened with the dog.
Who cares?
She said that she was in pain, that she was not feeling well, that it didn't go well. She had a bad experience.
Who, she or the dog?
My wife did.
Not the dog. Listen to me. Get over it. How old are you?
30.
Get over it.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't know whether she was mad at me, got in the car, slapped the dog across the head.
No,
I don't know.
Mr. Lowe, didn't happen.
And later today.
Listen to me very carefully. It doesn't belong to you. It's not your desk.
Who says it's her desk?
I do.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Catherine Williams and her husband Marcus claim dog groomer Don Logue Jr. abused their miniature schnauzer. Don says Catherine was a nightmare customer.
Okay, have a vet bill for me to look at and a diagnosis of the eyes?
I do.
Jeez.
I have pictures of the dog as well.
Did you put some sort of cream in the dog's eyes for grooming?
No, ma'am.
What did you use to wash the dog?
We use a cream rinse shampoo, conditioner. The head area is washed with a baby shampoo. It's a tearless, non-toxic shampoo.
Well, evidently this dog did not react well to your tearless shampoo.
I don't know what happened after she left the facility. I don't know whether she was mad at me, got in the car, slapped the dog across the head.
No, Mr. Logue, listen to me very carefully, sir. That's not what happened. How much after you took the dog out of the grooming salon, Miss Williams, did you take the dog to the vet?
I got her in that day. It was the first opening they had was like 4:45.
Okay, let me tell you, before we get on with this, I'm not interested if Mrs. Williams didn't have a good experience at your grooming salon.
Yes, ma'am.
And if her husband is interested in whether or not she was upset and wasn't feeling well, that's his problem. My problem is with the dog. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You're a big girl. You're 30 years old. You had a bad experience with a merchant? You don't go back there.
Right. I would have understood that if my dog hadn't been hurt. I would have just never gone back. It would have not been an issue any further.
Well, but my problem is your husband. When your husband called him, your husband didn't call him and say to him, you hurt my dog.
Well, I did.
No, the first thing
The first thing I told you that, but I did talk to him about that.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Stop poking him. He can speak for himself. Move over. Put your hand down. The first thing you said you discussed with him was your wife's emotional state.
Right.
And I'm telling you, that's not his business.
Right. But we did discuss the dog because I picked her out when she was a baby. That's my baby there. That was the first dog I ever
Then that
had.
would have been the first thing I would have talked about, not my wife not
When
being
she
happy.
called me to see what's up, I had to see both sides of the story. I just can't sit and take her side. I want to know what happened. So when I called him to see what happened, he gave me his side of the story. And after he hung up with me, he called me back to complain to my manager for me calling complaining about the services that were done on my dog. I thought that was ridiculous. If I get a hamburger at Wendy's, it's not done right, and I go back and complain, they don't call me back and say, well, we're complaining because your hamburger was wrong. I mean, you don't do that.
Mr. Williams, explain something to you, sir. Your wife called you very upset, which made you upset. So you called him upset. He says, I'm going to have to deal with this. I dealt with this lady. She wanted fast service. I gave her fast service, lousy service, Mr. Logue, but fast service. I didn't charge her for taking care of her dog. I didn't take such good care of her dog, which is a good reason not to charge her for taking care of the dog. You got the wrong groomer. There's no reason to call him. None. Just make yourself feel better. In any event, you did a bad job, Mr. Logue. I'm a pet lover.
Me too.
And I've been to good groomers, And I've been to groomers that take shears and cut a little too close in very sensitive places, which is what the vet said happened here. I've seen what that can do to a dog. The dog clearly had an adverse reaction to whatever shampoo you were using. Miss Williams, the dog wasn't going to react well to a groomer because she had been used to being groomed by you. That doesn't mean Mr. Logue did a good job. He did not. He was not careful enough with this dog. I'll hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because this vet doesn't have any axe to grind, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Go.
Ma'am, I groom dozens of miniature schnauzers.
So?
The underside of the dog, around the abdomen area, it's shaved the same way every time. I didn't see any clipper burn on the dog at all. There was no clipper burn when he left it.
Let me tell you something, sir. I credit what the vet says in the vet's report. The vet says that both eyes were inflamed, excessive tearing. It says no ulcerations were found in the corneas. So this is clearly just an irritation from whatever you used on the dog, whatever shampoo that you used. Maybe the dog was allergic to the shampoo that you used. That's possible, but that happened. There was also a clipper burn present around her vulva.
Yes, ma'am.
That comes from you.
I don't know whether Ms. Williams took her home. She said she's groomed this dog before. I don't know whether she took the clippers to him or what.
Didn't happen. Didn't happen. It happened at your establishment. She didn't take the dog home and look at the dog that's eyes are closed shut, clearly in distress, and decide to shave her. That doesn't make common sense. The only thing Miss Williams has is she tends to go on a little bit, you know, tends to be a little verbal, but she's not crazy. You are responsible for her vet bills. Not necessarily to re-groom the dog. I assume you're going to be smart and continue to groom the dog yourself from now on, because at 1.5 years old, it's very hard to retrain a dog to go to a groomer. Should have done that when the dog was a puppy. Then what?
The dog was very uncooperative.
Of course.
It was very hard to groom, and she stood outside in my foyer with her 5-year-old kicking my wall, and the dog went even more nuts. I tried and tried to get this dog groomed.
Then what you should have done, sir, is taken the dog and said, I can't groom your dog.
When she called me a D word, and I don't mean Dallas, I gave her the dog.
Oh, I believe that she cursed at you. You did, right?
I did.
She brought a friend with her.
I mean, I know you did, because that sounds really sweet, but I know that you cursed at him.
I did. After I became irritated, I did.
Well, did he curse at you first?
No, he didn't use a curse word.
No.
He was rude to me first.
He was rude to you. He was rude to your dog. Get over it. You're 30 years old.
I understand
But you
that.
cursed at him because you were very fast to tell me that he came out after you, cursing at you.
Yes.
Right? But you didn't tell me I cursed at him.
I did say one curse word.
What?
Ma'am, it's 5 years as a police officer. I don't chase people outdoors attempting to assault people. I'm a former
I can
officer.
imagine she irritated you, sir. You have to take care of her vet bills. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $70. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She had a 5-year-old child with her, and the child was kicking the walls, disturbing the dog.
My 3-year-old was playing in the lobby while we were waiting longer than we were supposed to get my dog back.
It was just a wild situation.
I think that it was an unfortunate situation.
I don't know what she did with the dog or to the dog or how much time went by after she left my facility.
I did not hurt my dog myself. My dog left his shop hurt.
That dog was fine when that dog left my facility.
He just didn't handle it the right way.
If I see her face coming toward my door again, I'm going to lock it.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Callahan versus Colarusso, step forward, please.
Business owner Dawn Callahan is suing her father's ex-girlfriend, homemaker Dee Colarusso, for the return of her late mother's desk. Dee claims the desk was abandoned.
Miss Callahan, Miss Colarusso is your father's former girlfriend.
Correct.
According to your complaint, your father has a desk that belonged to your mother, who passed away, and the desk was to be yours. He was bringing it to you. And he stopped over at his girlfriend's house, and for some reason he left his truck there for a while, and the desk. They subsequently broke up. She has your desk. You want it back.
Yes.
You have a picture of the desk?
No, I don't.
Do you?
No, certainly.
I'd like to see it, please. Oh, it's a pretty little lady's desk.
Yes.
Where is it, in your living room?
No, it's upstairs in my bedroom.
How long do you know Miss Callahan?
I'd say approximately a year and a half. Year.
She a nice person?
At times.
When did your mother pass away?
April 26, 2002.
Was this her desk?
Yes, it was.
Did you tell Miss Colarusso that it was your mother's desk?
Yes, I did.
When did she tell you that?
To my recollection, I had never heard anything about it except that Lynn moved it into my home 2 months after he moved into my home.
He did?
Yes, and left it in my garage.
Yes.
It proceeded to get mildew, all kinds of markings, and all the rest of it. I had a couple of friends come in, empty it out, put the stuff into a green bag to lighten it so they could move it upstairs into my upstairs apartment, and they did so. So now it's been receiving much better care.
Well, that's very nice, but it's not your desk.
Well, I consider it storage fee.
I don't care what you consider it. You had a storage arrangement with him?
No.
Well, if you didn't have a storage arrangement with him, my dear, then you can't say I'm taking the desk for storage fee.
I took his car for storage fee.
Listen to me very carefully. It doesn't belong to you. It's not your desk. Romance is over. It's over. You can't just decide you're going to protect the property that doesn't belong to you and then somebody says, I want my desk back. You say, well, I took it upstairs and I've been taking care of it, so now it's mine. You have to give her back the desk 5 days from today. Make arrangements with the mover. You want to leave the desk upstairs and have her mover bring it downstairs, or you want your mover to bring it downstairs?
Who says it's her desk?
I do! Now, that's her father. Whose desk is it?
My daughter's desk.
Right. Belonged to her mother. She wants her mother's desk because she doesn't want you to have it. And it holds absolutely no sentimental value for you whatsoever. Just mad value because you're not together with the prize package anymore. She gets a desk back in 5 days. I'll sign the order. That's it.
Excuse me?
What?
My paperwork, all my mother's legal paperwork that was inside there, 401ks and everything. Can
I don't know where that is. Where is it?
Gone.
What did you do with it?
It went out with the trash. All the trash that Lenny had dumped.
It's gone. Listen to me. It's probably gone. She's not nice. She's probably mad. Did he dump her?
In a nice way.
I don't care whether it's a nice way. It's never a nice way to a lady to get dumped. Did he dump her?
Yes.
That's what she did with your mother's stuff that was inside the desk.
Okay.
Dumped it. Got it?
Okay.
The desk you get back. 5 days.
Okay.
And it better be in good condition. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm very happy I'm getting my mother's desk back.
I would not harm somebody else's antique furniture.
I've been nothing but nice to her and did favors for her, and she turned around and done this to me.
I'm not punishing his daughter. He owes me $375.
It was my great-grandmother's and given to my grandmother, to my mother, and now to me.
The desk is only worth $250.
I just want it back.
Somebody owes me money. I want it back.
You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats.
Mr. Hunnell, the defendant is your sister. And your mother passed away, according to your complaint, in April of this year. And it is your claim that your sister appropriated money, actually stole money, that your mother had intended for you in her will.
Right.
Your sister says that she was merely following your mother's instructions.
Correct.
What money do you believe you are entitled to, Mr. Hunnell, under your mother's will?
I have a will here showing the bank account that was willed to me.
All right, let me see it, please. And what you're talking about, Dwayne will receive the amounts which are in my savings accounts located at Laurelhurst Federal Saving, Union in Portland, and Security State Bank in Montana.
Polson, Montana.
So those three accounts, whatever the savings were in those three accounts,
right,
your mother had bequeathed to you.
Correct.
You acknowledge that?
Those two, yes.
Which two?
The Laurelhurst Federal Credit Union and then the Ronan or the Polson State Bank.
So there were only two accounts?
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
The one that he's suing me for is not part of those two.
Is that right?
In a way it is, and I have some paperwork here to show that.
Just 1 second. Was there any money, sir, when your mother passed away in the Laurel Federal Credit?
Yes, there was.
How much money?
There was $2,008.
And what about the Union?
That one I understand there's $700 in there, but I have to contact an attorney about that and get proper papers to receive it.
This other account is in what bank?
It's in the Internet Bank. It's a PayPal account.
And that's the account that's contested?
Yes.
Correct.
You believe, sir, that the money in that account should be yours?
Right.
That money was spent by your sister. Is that right, Ms. Hunnell? That money was spent by you. You claim at the direction of your mother.
It is to be, yes. Yes.
To pay for your grandmother's funeral and
Yes.
certain other expenses.
Correct.
How much money is or was in that account?
$2,300 and some change. It's $2,382.
Okay.
I have the paperwork here if you want to.
Yeah, could I see the paperwork? Whose name was on this account?
My mother's.
Only your mother's?
Yes.
Okay.
Before she passed away, she told me to get the money out so that I could pay the funeral bills, and because I had made 2 previous trips to Montana and 1 up to Seattle for my grandmother, she said I could have the remaining balance of that to help compensate for the trips.
Okay. Now, why, Mr. Hunnell, do you believe you are entitled to that money?
Because the money was being transferred to the bank account that was willed to me. I have papers here showing that how much money was paid into the account.
Paid into which account?
Into the Laurelhurst account, which was willed to me.
How much money was paid into the Laurelhurst account?
It was paid through PayPal, and she had to figure out a way to download it into the Laurelhurst account from PayPal.
Yes.
That's where she was going to put the money.
She was going to.
Yes.
But she did not.
She didn't have time because she died before she could.
So your mother had not put the money in the Laurelhurst account.
She had put $2,000 of it in the account.
And that's the $2,000 that's in here?
Yes.
$2,008?
Correct.
Okay. Are you the only 2 biological children of your mother?
No.
How many children are there?
9.
Did each of the children receive anything close to this $2,000?
No. If you look at the will, I was the only one that was given the bank account, and I feel that what she's doing is she told me she was in financial trouble and she needed the money.
Just a minute. Don't get ahead of you. You mean your sister told you that?
Yes, correct.
Why do you think your mother had bequeathed you the only monetary asset in her estate?
I believe that was her wish. She knew that there were some certain situations going on where a couple of the other family members didn't deserve the money part of it.
And what about your sister? What did she receive?
She received a frying pan.
Yes.
Before all this started, before this all started happening, the rest of the family, my mom had sent me an email stating she had 3 daughters and 2 sons. The rest had died because, including him, did not contact her, never sent her emails. The emails are cheap. They never called her, nothing. And so she sent me an email stating that she only has 3 daughters. 1 was my sister Tammy, 1 was me, and 1 was my sister Tony. And the 2 sons were my brother Anthony and my brother Daryl. The rest she figured had died.
Do you have anything in writing from your mother directing you to pay for your grandmother's funeral expenses?
Yes.
Can I see it, please? What is this piece of paper? How did you receive it?
That's her email to me.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Not only that, but ma'am, Your Honor, she also made me power of attorney so that I could get the money out and pay the bill that she had.
Did you, in fact, pay for your grandmother's funeral?
Not yet. I have not. They are suing me also because I have saved the money until this goes to court.
How much is the funeral bill?
$1,792.
And it is your intention from the $2,382 that is left in that account to pay for $1,700 and some odd dollars for your grandmother's funeral?
Yes.
Mr. Hunnell, your problem is, sir, your mother was very clear in her will that you were to be the beneficiary on 2 bank accounts, on 2 savings accounts.
Right.
So I want you to follow this. Let us say there was $10 in each of those accounts at the time of your mother's death. That would be what you were entitled to, sir.
Right.
What your mother did with her money prior to her death, especially since she signed a power of attorney for your sister.
That power of attorney was not supposed to be signed. They would not even notarize it the first day that it was given to my mother.
No, but...
Just a second.
When we got there...
But it is notarized now, sir.
It is, but if you look at that power of attorney and you look at my medical power of attorney, the signatures are not the same. My mother was so sedated, she didn't know what she was signing or what she was doing.
This power of attorney was dated April the 9th.
Right.
Your mother died April 12th, according to your papers.
Correct.
Is that right?
Correct.
Now, if you believed that on the 9th of April, when this power of attorney was signed, that your mother was incompetent to execute a power of attorney, You should have taken your little legs and gone to this surrogates court or the probate court and moved to stop any creation of a power of attorney, or at least intervened.
At that time, I wasn't thinking about things like that. I was thinking about my mother. That was what was important to me.
That's fine, sir. Then that's what you were doing at that time. But then you cannot come into a court later and say, I do not believe that my mother was competent at the time to execute the power of attorney, giving my sister the right to use that money for anything else, including herself. Can't do that. The will is clear. I will not go behind the will. Your mother made certain, I mean, you say your mother left your sister in the will a frying pan, correct?
Yes. And she was caught trying to close bank accounts that were jointly held with my mom and her husband.
Well, that's a possibility.
I have papers here showing that my sister forwarded that money to me because she knew that's where it was supposed to go.
So?
And then I have a paper showing that she took it back from me before I returned home.
So?
I don't believe that she deserves the money. She, as far as I know, Grandma's funeral was paid for. Grandma died a month before my mother did.
Well, show me proof that the funeral is paid for.
I don't have proof of my grandmother's funeral. I have proof that we went down the next day after my mother died and paid for her funeral in full.
Paid for your mother's?
Yes.
Out of what money?
Money that was found in the home when she died.
That's what I would like to comment about.
Step up. Who are you?
I'm Tammy. I'm the middle child, and this is my brother and sister. That money that they found was in articles that were willed to me. I believe my mother had put that money in there and intended it for me. They went through my mother's things before she died. They pulled out this money, and the first amount we heard was like $2,200, and then it went down to exactly $1,944. They are now trying to, make me and my sister look bad. It's not, there's a lot more is involved in this than is necessary to say in this case.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
you didn't pay her any money. The state paid her money. Do you understand? Not your money. It's Bird's money. It's my money.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Dwayne Hunnold says his sister, Loretta Hunnold, stole money from their late mother's estate. Dwayne says that money was meant for him.
The one thing that usually a parent would hate to see happen when they die is that their death precipitates bad feeling over money and property and tangible things amongst their children. No parent wants to envision that. So you have to be smart and create a document, a will, that is clear and unequivocal. But folks, you're not talking about a lot of money. Ms. Hunnold, I am authorizing your brother to contact the funeral parlor and the funeral home where your grandmother was buried.
Okay.
And I will prepare an order, which you will have consented to, that you are fully responsible financially and you have the money for your grandmother's funeral. That will be part of the order that I will create. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So that at least if what you're telling me is that you intend to pay for the funeral with that money, that will be accomplished. Then we're only talking about a difference of $600.
Right.
So, Mr. Hunnold, I suggest that you try to heed the words that I said to you. Your mother would not be pleased if she knew that her death caused this kind of estrangement. And it shouldn't cause this kind of estrangement because you're not talking about life-altering bucks.
No, we're not.
Okay. So your case is dismissed, sir. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
My sister has to live with what she's done. She knows what she did was wrong. Now she has to live with it.
He has no right suing me, and he sued me for more than what it was. He's greedy.
I've got to live with this knowing that my mom has died, my dad's gone, my grandma's gone, and now we just need to get from there, and I don't ever plan to see or look at her again.
All he wants is the money, too. My mom knew that. That's why she went ahead and gave him the money in the bank accounts.
She has to live with herself. We don't have to live with ourselves. We come in with a clear conscience. We leave with a clear conscience.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of McCoy versus Osby. Step forward, please.
Child care provider Francine McCoy is suing her sister, homemaker Mary Osby, and her husband Matthew for the return of prepaid rent. The Osbys are countersuing for back rent.
Ms. McCoy, the defendant is your sister, and I assume you're the brother-in-law?
No, I'm the husband.
The brother-in-law.
Oh, okay, the brother-in-law.
You got 3 women here. You're supposed to say, right. This is your wife.
Yes.
And you're her brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
You rented a house from your sister and brother-in-law, a guest house.
Yes.
It is your claim that at some point you came into some money and you prepaid rent for a period of time. Then there was a fight between one of the children, and your sister and brother-in-law told you to leave. So this lawsuit seeks the return of your prepaid rent for a couple of months.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes.
Your sister says that you actually didn't prepay any rent. You gave her money in a lump sum, $1,000, but that was to go towards back rent that you owed for the year before. And you actually left owing them money for rent, and she has a counterclaim. Is that what this case is about?
Yes.
How much were you supposed to pay your sister in rent each month?
I was paying her $200 a month.
You were paying $200 a month?
No, the general assistance in my county was paying her.
Is that right?
No.
What was your agreement?
The agreement was to pay $300 a month, and that included all utilities.
And some of that money you got from assistance?
Yes.
How much did you get from assistance?
$192 a month.
So $200 a month, which means that she was to give you $100 a month for utilities and et cetera. Is that right?
No.
Did you have a lease?
No.
Did you give your sister any money?
Yes, I did.
How much money did you give your sister?
I gave my sister $1,500 January. $500 was for the child care that she helped me with because I had had surgery.
Okay, so $500 is for child care and $1,000...
The $1,000 was for the rent.
I thought you didn't have to pay her any rent.
I paid rent because GA, when I got the lump sum, they was discontinuing their services as paying rent for me. So I knew that they was going to cut me off. So I gave her this money to pay for my rent in advance.
Did you get rent receipts from your sister?
Yes, I do have a rent receipt stating that I paid her.
Okay, let me see your rent receipts and let me see what you have.
I also have rent papers from the Department of Human Services showing where they paid the $192 for me until this time. And at the time that I gave her the $1,500, it's on this receipt right here.
It wasn't $1,500. You gave her $1,000 towards rent, according to you. When did you give her the $1,000 towards rent?
January.
And what months was that supposed to cover?
From March all the way until June.
Had you paid her in January and February?
The assistant program that was handling my rent paid for January and February.
Is that right?
No.
I have for January and February, they gave me $192 a month from general assistance, and that's it. And then when Francine gave me the money, it was she should have a note there from me, I believe dated in March, saying that she gave me $1,000 and was for back rent.
To whom it may concern, Francine McCoy gave me $1,500 that was due for helping me do some child care and back rent that was due.
Yeah, but I never owed her back rent. The GA
But that's what
paid
this
that.
says.
I know, that's what she wrote that out herself. I didn't sign my name to that note.
Listen, I'm never going to figure this out because none of you have rent receipts, so just listen to me very carefully because I'm going to handle this very swiftly. You didn't pay her any money. The state paid her money. So I'm not giving you any money. If the state wants the money back from her, they'll come and get it from her. Do you understand? It's not your money. It's Bird's money. It's my money. Right? You had no out-of-pocket expenses. You got a big check from them. They said, here's a big check. You say you gave it to her. She says it was for back rent. You say it was not for back rent. It was for prorated rent. In any event, it wasn't your money. It's the state's money, so you're not entitled to it. If the state wants to go against the provider who was prepaid rent, they'll do it. But it has nothing to do with you, because it's not your money.
The state had cut me off at that time, Your Honor.
The state paid it. You said you did not pay her. She got $192 from the state.
Okay, yeah, but when I got the job, it's when I got the money to pay her. That money came from the job that I did for my daughter for child care. That's how she got $1,000. That money, the $1,000 that she got didn't come from no state. That came from me.
Oh,
I
well,
worked for that.
Good. Now we have this question. So, if she's getting money from the state, and you say you had no agreement with her for rent other than that, what were you giving her $1,000 for?
Because they cut it off. The state cut it off. So I have to have a place to stay. I haven't been working. And when I did the child care, they paid me $3,000. That's how she ended up with $1,000 for rent, because they stopped paying my rent. So I had to pay my own rent. That's how she got the $1,000.
You don't have rent receipts. Do you have rent receipts?
No.
Nobody has rent receipts. I can't help either. I can't help you. And I can't help you, Miss Osby, either. Can't help you. You say she owes you for back rent?
Yeah, because the $1,000 would have been, that would have, well, it don't matter.
It doesn't matter, because if you have a landlord and tenant relationship, which you have, what you do is you get rent receipts every month. Then you have a receipt and you have a receipt. You can't expect to come to a court with this convoluted arrangement that you have and expect me to figure it out. Do you understand?
I do.
Good. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
She is not right, and she don't do nothing but use and abuse people.
Keep away from family members that do drugs.
What about those who child abuse?
Her child decided to hit me and went to juvenile hall. And because her daughter went to juvenile hall, she gets mad and sues me.
She won that case, but I'm gonna win at the end.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Miss Watson, you claim a loan to the defendant in the amount of $1,400 for a couple of things. To bring his daughter out for a visit and then to help pay his mortgage. In addition to that, you claim that he defrauded you out of $500, some sort of an investment. You want that money back. You want a total of $1,900. Yes. Mr. Martinez says that he did, in fact, take some money from you, but that money was a gift, that you insisted upon giving it to him because he had fallen on some difficult financial times, and that the $500 investment that you made in his business was just that, an investment that didn't work out, and you lost your money. How do you know him?
We met at a charity ball, and I met him during a function.
When?
I believe December of 2000.
When did you first give him money?
July of 2001.
What kind of relationship did you have with him between December of 2000 and July of 2001?
We were involved very closely in that we were friends and intimately associated.
You considered yourself his female friend?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now tell me about the first loan.
The largest loan was $1,000 because he was behind on a mortgage payment.
Tell me about it.
Well, I just felt sorry for him and went ahead and told him that he begged me for the money, and I told him...
Tell me. Let's start from the beginning. He came to you, you were out for dinner, you were out someplace, he said to you, I'm behind in my mortgage. I want to know exactly how it came about.
He had been telling me along that he had had some money problems, and his girlfriend wasn't able to help him with his money problems, and that she was taking a lot of money.
So he had a girlfriend?
Yes, he has a girlfriend.
Well, what was he doing with you if he had a girlfriend?
Well, we were just really more friends than anything else, and I would give him a lot of advice, and our relationship was in that he's a truck driver. We'd talk over the phone a lot, and it was over the phone that he told me that really where he needed the money. So it wasn't over dinner or anything. Go
ahead.
And so I did have the money wired or electronically transferred.
No, I want you to tell me about it.
Oh, about our relationship?
No, about the $1,000, madam.
The $1,000, I did go ahead and have it wired.
I believe that you gave him $1,000. I want to know the circumstances surrounding you giving him the $1,000.
Well, I loaned him the $1,000.
That's what you say?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, since I'm not getting it from you, I'm going to go to Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez, she gave you $1,000. Tell me how that came about, sir.
She wired it to my account. She took $1,000, gave it to me. I told her I needed some help with the bills, and
You told her you needed help with the bills, and...
I said I'm behind. She was away. I was by myself. So I needed some money. I didn't have no help. She offered to help.
What did she say?
She says if you need
look at me.
If you need some money, I have money, and if you need to borrow some or whatever, it's here for you if you need it.
Good. And you said I need to borrow it.
I need about $1,000 to pay my bills.
So she sent you the money. So why didn't you pay it? Look here.
At that time, I didn't have any money. It went on.
That doesn't mean that it's not a loan, sir. That means that you didn't have the money then to pay her back.
Didn't have the money to pay her back and couldn't pay her back.
That doesn't mean it wasn't a loan.
Well, if it was a loan, I would have had to sign some kind of receipt or some kind of paperwork saying that, hey, you know...
You just told me you borrowed the money from her. You used that word. I asked her if I could borrow some money from her.
Okay. Maybe I should have used a different word then.
That's not... Maybe you should have, but that's the word that you used.
Okay. I took the $1,000 from
You borrowed it.
Okay.
And you didn't have money to pay her back. That doesn't mean you don't owe it to her. What's next?
Well, Your Honor, the reason...
Shh, I didn't ask you. I said, what's next? $1,000 I have. Hello?
Oh, no, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I thought you... I think the reason he didn't have the $1,000...
I don't care what the reason is.
Yes,
why he didn't have the $1,000. He owes you so far $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
What's
what
next?
What else? Well, there was $500 for the investment.
I don't care about the investment. You were dumb enough to give him $500 for an investment. That's your problem. Let's go to the next thing.
I think he didn't have the money because Michelle wasn't there to give it to him. Okay. Michelle was
Are you
in
finished
jail.
with the, Are you finished with the $1,000?
Yes,
Is that all he owes you, $1,000?
No, ma'am.
Then I want you to get to it. I didn't ask you anything else.
All right. There's the $500 in the e-toys.
Just a second. Miss Watson.
Yes?
You're not paying attention to me.
I'm sorry.
I told you, if you were dumb enough to give him invest in a business for $500 with him, and he didn't have enough money to pay his own rent, you don't get that money back.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't. Good. Now, so far, he has admitted, reluctantly, to owing you $1,000. Does he owe you any more money?
Yes, ma'am, he does. But he is such
You want to get to it.
Yes, ma'am.
What is it? What was it for? When did you give it to him? Before
He is such a scoundrel that...
That's it. I'm finished with you, Miss Watson. I'm finished with you. I asked you a simple question. The simple question is, we got to the $1,000. He owes you the $1,000.
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't owe you $500 that you invested with him. Is there any other money that he owes you? What you have to say is yes, how much it was, what you gave it to him for. If you're not going to answer that question directly, Miss Watson, I'm going to give you an award of $1,000 and say goodbye. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do. He does owe me another $900.
No, he doesn't. You want to tell me what the $900 is for?
I do have documentation on monies that were given to him when he did ask me for a loan, and I do have FYI when I did fax him the information. And
Ms.
then,
Watson, is there something wrong with you?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You invested in a bad deal, period. End of discussion. That leaves $400 left, not $900. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And later today,
I don't remember getting hit. I got hit 3 times, actually.
Started drinking some liquor, then Nita started wilding.
Started what?
Wilding.
What is that?
Acting crazy.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Rebecca Watson says former lover Larry Martinez owes for a series of loans and for an investment she made in his business.
Your lawsuit is for $1,900.
Yes, ma'am.
$1,000 loan, something for a plane ticket or something to bring his daughter out,
That's
and then
correct.
Quiet. And then $500 that you say you invested with him. I've already told you I'm discounting the $500. He does not owe you the $500. You invested in a bad deal, period. End of discussion. That leaves $400 left, not $900. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what was the other $400 for?
The other $400 was in petty cash and plane ticket that he needed to...
I'm not interested in petty cash.
...get his daughter
I'm
back
not
to
interested
New York.
in petty cash. What was the plane ticket?
The plane ticket was about $300.
What do you mean about $300?
It was $300 because I gave him $100 for being able to get in the airport.
Show me the $300 plane ticket. Show me where it was. Where did you buy the $300 plane ticket?
No, I gave him the money as a loan because he needed to get his daughter from New York.
How much was the plane ticket to get your daughter from New York to wherever?
About $250. That has nothing to do with the money that she gave me. Was $1,000 towards my bills. That money came out of my pocket for the plane ticket.
So she didn't give you $250? No. You have any evidence that you put that plane ticket on your credit card?
No, ma'am.
Good. So you got $1,000, Miss Watson. That's it, period. That's what you say you owe her? That's what you borrowed. Okay. Is that right? Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
There were times that she was in jail and she was gone and not able to be with her. I didn't know all this at the time. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend.
Well, I was away. The cat played.
Larry is a real scoundrel, and he's got a woman at every port.
I thought she was my friend, and she was cheating on me, both of them.
You learn from your mistakes. I'm not going to be doing that anymore.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Colleen versus Bradford. Step forward, please.
23-year-old bartender Nita Colleen is suing her former friend, 27-year-old furniture refinisher Terrence Bradford, for assaulting her during a night of drinking.
Miss Colleen, how do you know the defendant?
Terrence Bradford was a friend of mine.
What does that mean, a friend of yours? Was he a boyfriend?
A friend of mine, just an associate. We lived a block away from each other. If I wasn't working and he wasn't working, we'll call each other, go out.
It's your complaint that he assaulted you for no reason one evening when you were both drinking.
Right.
Mr. Bradford says that you were drunk and you went nuts and he was merely defending himself. So I want you to tell me when this happened, what kind of an assault it was, what your injuries were, and then I have a few other serious questions to ask you.
Okay.
When was it?
It was on September 11th of 2002.
Where were you and what were you doing?
I was in Terrence Bradford's home. We were...
Who else lives in his home?
His mother, and I think his stepfather, his father.
Were they home?
His mother was home, yes.
Go ahead. What time of the day?
Around 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Come on, let me hear what happened.
Okay, what happened was... Terrence called me earlier that night. He was like, "What you doing?" I said, "Nothing, I'm not doing anything." "Well, let's go get some beer that he drinks." Now, this is like some strong beer, and I don't really drink like that. Every time I get with Terrence, I drink with him. And we were drunk that night. We were both drinking. And
in his mother's house?
In his mother's house, yes. And what happened was... I couldn't breathe. I was having difficulty breathing. All I remember was...
You were having difficulty breathing from what?
From, I don't know, I just couldn't breathe. I was on the bed. I remember him calling his mother, asking his mother, what's the matter with her? She's not breathing right. She's acting funny. I remember his mother saying that, you know, just get a cold rag or whatever. She's just been drinking a little bit. She'll be all right. Next thing I know, I'm standing in the kitchen with his mother. Then she has a towel to my head. I don't remember getting hit. I got hit 3 times, actually.
You just told me you don't remember getting hit.
No, I don't remember getting hit. But the way that I got hit, I have pictures if you want to see. I sustained a black eye, my nose was busted, and I have a scar on my head from where I got hit, where actually, if he did hit me, he had to have hit me at least a minimum of 3 times.
Maybe you fell off the bed.
No, I did not fall off the bed.
How do you know?
I did not fall off the bed.
Just a minute, Miss Colleen. What you're telling me is that you were so drunk that you had no idea how you got bruised on your face. Is that what you're telling me?
That I was so drunk. We were drinking that night.
Just a second. No, just a second. If somebody hits you 3 times, severely enough to cause injuries, which you're going to show me in a second,
right,
and you don't remember how that happened, but you're surmising that from the photographs it came as a result of being hit 3 times, what you're telling me is that you don't remember being hit. Is that right? And if you don't remember being hit, you don't remember being hit because you were too drunk. You report him to the police?
No, I didn't.
Just a second. Is there any reason why somebody who has, can I have those pictures? Somebody who has this kind of injury that you claim was as a result of getting beaten by him doesn't report this to the police?
His cousin called me 2 days later. Terrence is sorry, please don't press charges on Terrence.
I'm not interested in that, and I'm not even hearing that.
Okay.
It's hearsay, it's meaningless,
okay.
I don't believe it.
Okay, okay.
You have that witness here today? That person who told you that he was sorry
his cousin. I don't talk to anybody.
Listen to me. Do you have that person here today, Miss Colleen?
No, I don't.
Good, then I'm not interested in what they have to say. Well, this certainly, Bird, do you think, and I want you to just take a look at this, you think that this mark could have happened if you fell off a bed?
It's possible.
Yeah, sure, anything's possible. All right, Mr. Bradford, tell me what happened.
When she came around my house, she was already a little drunk. So I said, let's go to the store get some more beer.
That was a smart thing to do. That was initially a smart thing to do, sir. So she was already a little drunk, and you said, let's go get some more. Is that right?
Yes,
please. How old are you?
27.
The future of America. So she's already drunk. You said, let's go get some more beer, and I assume that you went in her car. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's what you tell me in your answer. You got in her car. She was already drunk.
Yeah.
And you drove to get some more beer.
Mm-hmm.
Who drove?
I did.
Who drove?
Did I drive? Oh, I forgot. I don't know. I did
He's
drive.
lying. He's lying.
Miss Kaleem.
What am I lying
Miss
about?
Kaleem.
Lying
I don't want to
about
hear you.
everything.
I'm enjoying this,
Lying.
please. Go ahead.
After we got the beer, we went out Huntersville, on my old
You
neighborhood.
went what?
So after we got the beer, we went out Huntersville. It's a neighborhood. I used to stay out there.
What did you do? Just stay in the car and drink, or you went to friends?
Yeah, went to a friend's house. Went to his house.
Okay, so you went to his house and you were drinking. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. We out there. We still drinking out there. After we get finished drinking the 40s, we started drinking some liquor. Then Nita started wilding.
She started what?
Wilding.
What is that?
Acting crazy.
I'm crazy.
Right. That I understand.
So I was telling her to calm down because the security guards out there. Oh, they calm down, Nita. They're gonna arrest you. So I threw her in the car, then went back to my house. I told my mom that she was in there breathing heavy. And then we went outside on the porch because I said she needed some air. And then she just snapped. Then I told her, I said, look, just get your stuff and go home.
So you're going to put her in her car, being as drunk as she was, and send her home?
Oh, she started snapping on me for nothing. I don't know why.
Can I say something?
No. Could you finish, please?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you would look like you were taking a nap. Get to how, if you know, she got these marks on her face. Would you tell me, please?
Okay. I threw her up against the wall.
Okay.
Then I told her to go home. Then I was walking out the door. Then she threw a bottle at me. I dug it, then I hit her.
Where did you hit her?
In her face.
Is that the black eye she had?
Yeah.
Now, how'd she get this mark on her forehead?
I hit on the forehead, too.
Okay, good. And what did she do to you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She threw the bottle at me.
She threw a bottle at you. What
Yeah.
kind of a bottle did she throw at you?
A 40 bottle.
Do you have any recollection of that?
Ma'am, no. I never went out on the porch that night.
You were drunk.
We were in the bedroom. No, we were in the room watching TV and we were drinking. We had just came back from Huntersville that night.
Miss
I agree
Kaleem,
with that.
listen to me very carefully. Don't get drunk. How old are you?
22.
You don't get drunk?
23 now.
Don't get drunk.
Okay.
That's the lesson. He got drunk. You got drunk. You don't remember what happened to you. He's honest enough or slow enough to tell me that he hit you 3 times, all right? That's honest. He hit you 3 times because he said you threw a 40 bottle at him. Well, that's really no excuse for hitting you 3 times. Maybe a push to get your way if you're drunk, but he was drunk too.
I mean, he wants to get drunk and be hitting on people for no reason because I couldn't breathe or whatever. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
Where is your responsibility in all this? He's an idiot.
I don't have any responsibility
Oh, you
in
don't?
any of this. That's
Oh, you
what I'm
do?
trying to say.
Oh,
if
listen
we're
to me.
friends and we go out
My
and drink.
mouth is moving. Your mouth has to stop. Your responsibility to yourself as an adult is not to get so drunk so that you don't know what you're doing. You do have a responsibility. Because if he did, in fact, assault you when you had no responsibility, then you would have called the police and made a complaint, and he would have been arrested for assault because that's what he did. And the reason that you couldn't do that, even if you had wanted to do that, is because you were so drunk that you have no self-induced. He didn't order you to drink. He didn't compel you to drink. He didn't get you down on the floor and use a funnel and funnel it into your mouth. You went to his house on purpose for the express purpose of drinking. And I believe everything he says that you did arrive at his house already having consumed alcohol.
Okay, can I say one thing?
No.
He called
no.
2 days
what
later.
What part of no didn't you understand?
How's
what
he gonna
part
apologize?
of no? What part of no didn't you understand? Because he's stupid and called you to apologize.
He agreed that he was going to pay for my medical bills.
Good, he should pay for your medical bill.
For my one
Good.
day
Just
I
a
missed
second.
from work.
He should pay for your medical bill. Did you agree to pay for a medical bill?
Yes, ma'am. I told
Yes, you did. Good. And what was your medical bill?
$159.
That's what he's going to pay. Judgment for the plaintiff.
He
in the amount of
agreed- no, he agreed to pay for this, too.
outside.
Bodies are excused. You may step out.
He was drinking. He was drunk. I was drinking. I was drunk.
I was trying to calm her down.
I was not out of control that night.
I just didn't want to get in trouble. That's all.
Him hitting me, I don't remember any of that. And for him to do that was wrong.
You may be seated. Ladies, have a seat, please.
Miss Hughes, you were a tenant in an apartment complex that was managed by the defendant,
Correct.
And it is your claim that he assaulted you?
Yes.
Mr. Farrar says that you was served with an eviction notice, and you, in fact, assaulted him and one of his employees. He is counterclaiming. How long had you been living in this complex?
I lived in that complex for approximately 2 years and about 4 months.
And who did you live with?
A roommate of mine.
When did Mr. Farrar come to work at the complex?
December 19th of 03. And the incident with Mr. Farrar and me happened on January 23rd of 04.
So describe the incident, please.
I was walking out of my apartment on January 23rd, and Mr. Farrar, I noticed that a balled up piece of paper hit me in the back. I turned around, and I seen him, along with one of his witnesses over there.
Which one?
Mrs. Farrar. Now, they said they're separated.
Who was Mrs. Farrar?
That's the first one there.
Okay.
Okay, and I turned around, and I said, "Did you throw that paper at me? You're so childish." And he followed me into the underground parking lot, antagonizing me, just courting me, saying a lot of different things to me. I can't wait till you get out of here. You know, he started to say, I have a recorder in my pocket. I'm going to try to get you arrested, you know. So I kind of rushed and got in my car. I was very afraid of this man. I couldn't even leave anywhere. I was so distraught. I went back into my house once I knew they were out of the underground parking lot.
So you were sitting in your car, and then you decided not to go out anymore, and you went back up to your apartment?
Yes, to go tell my roommate what happened.
Go ahead.
I went to go walk my dog. A lady out of the office came out and said, "Are you supposed to be walking your dog up front? What are you doing up here?" And 5 minutes later, out of nowhere, this gentleman came and placed me into this chokehold.
You mean he just came out of nowhere?
He came out of nowhere. I did not see him coming. That's the whole thing about it. I didn't have an opportunity to even touch him with my pinky if I wanted to.
Okay, so he came up from behind you?
He came up from, yes, from the
came up from behind you and placed you in a chokehold?
Yes.
And what happened next?
Ma'am, he had me so tight. I was in and out of consciousness. I remember being slammed onto the floor. I remember that woman right there, Mrs. Farrar, kicking my keys, kicking my shoes, because my shoes fell off. And he's screaming penal codes, telling her to go call the police. She needs to get arrested for this or that and the other. And
what kind of documentation do you have, Miss Hughes?
I have the pictures with my assault bruises that I had. I have my, I went to the emergency room, and I have...
I'd like to see everything that you have.
Okay.
Gotcha. Now, you are not still living at the complex, is that right?
Not.
When did you move?
3 days after that incident on 123.
Had you been previously served with an eviction notice?
Yes.
When?
November, the beginning of November.
November of 2003.
Yes.
Prior to him beginning employment there, you were served with an eviction notice for what?
Payment due.
You had not paid rent?
Correct.
How long had you not paid rent?
It was 2 months, actually.
Any reason why you didn't pay rent?
Well, my roommate could not come up with her half. Her mother just died. She was going through a lot of financial problems, and I could not fork her half of the rent.
So you didn't pay anything?
No, they would not accept any partial payments.
Well, you could have paid if in October you didn't pay your half. In November, you could have paid your half of November and your half of October. That would have been a whole month.
Yeah, that's true.
So you decided if your roommate couldn't pay anything, you weren't going to pay anything either. Is that right?
Basically.
Basically. Okay. All right, Mr. Farrar, let me hear your version of these events, sir.
Well, she's right. We did go down into the garage, and I was with Norma.
Who's Norma?
Norma's my former wife and now an employee. We were married 20 years ago. And I already had an altercation with her about a week before that.
What kind of an altercation?
About 8 policemen were coming out of her apartment, and I went over to the apartment to find out what had happened. And she lit a cigarette. She said, "It's none of your business," and threw it in my face. And then her roommate pulled her back in and shut the door.
Don't speak. Don't
pulled
speak.
her back in and shut the door. So I checked with some of the fellows in the police department to find out what had been going on in that apartment, and I found out that there was a numerous calls there, something like 41 calls in 2 years.
You have the
Yes,
a log
I do.
of those calls?
I do.
What were the calls for, Miss Hughes?
Oh, I'd like to see him myself, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him myself the day that he's talking about.
No,
the
I'm
day
not
the police
talking
did
about...
come.
And
My
there's your,
8-year-old daughter
there's your-
called the police
Listen
by
to me,
accident.
Miss Hughes. I didn't
but
ask you.
I like a lot of the 41 calls.
I didn't ask you about the day. I said I'm just asking you whether...
One of them involved weapons.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Who wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit you in the behind? You're not going to take advantage of the judicial system by seeking redress in the court for something that your bad behavior started.
And later today,
What is it that you did to your son when you found out that he stole this phone?
I whooped him.
Did you ever steal anything before?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Car.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Andrea Hughes claims she was assaulted by her former landlord, James Farrar. James says Andrea is looking for a free ride.
There are a lot of calls here to your apartment, madam.
You know, I personally have seen the police at my house twice.
Good. Okay, that's all. Would you please tell me what happened on January 23rd, 04, sir? You and your wife followed her down to the garage for any particular ex-wife, for any particular reason?
Yeah, I was going down there to look at some work being done on the elevators. We had the elevators remodeled. They were in bad shape. And her car was to the right. I was going to the left. She got in the car, and she opened the trunk, or she got to the trunk area, opened the trunk, and started throwing stuff out into the garage area. And then, of course, there was a lot of bad, blistering language going on at the time in reference to my previous marriage with Norma. She got in her car and peeled out, went out the gate. That's the last I saw of her. So I finished checking on the work, went back up to the office area.
Listen to me. I don't want you to say anything.
Wow.
I went back over to the other garage where the manager at that time, Stellar On, was were waiting for her to come. So Stellar pulls in, maybe 10 minutes after she left, not even that. So we left, went back to the office area, and there she was with a dog. And the dog was urinating on the planter at the time. She was smoking a cigarette and had the door open. That day, she had a TRO dropped by Stellar On.
Who's Stellar On?
She was the existing manager at the time.
So the existing manager of the building had a restraining order against Miss Hughes?
Yes.
May I see a copy of it, please?
I don't have it because they dropped it because she couldn't articulate.
They dropped it twice.
But I do have 2 restraining orders on tenants at the building.
They dropped it twice.
Yeah, see them, please.
Sure. These are people she assaulted during her tenancy there. These are still enforced, by the way. 2 of my witnesses that couldn't make it today.
I have temporary restraining orders issued. You were the defendant, Miss Hughes. The protected persons are somebody by the name of Sean and Adam.
We had parking issues there in the underground parking.
Okay. Shh. I just asked you.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Farrar.
Anyways, I came back, and she was talking to Stellar at the time at first, and Stellar told her to put her dog on a leash. And she said, with a cigarette right at Stellar, I don't have to do any damn thing I don't want to do. And I'm going to leave out the profanity as best I can. But it would have blistered the doggone walls of this room. It's that bad. So I asked her, please leave the area, go to your apartment. We had mothers and children.
Whatever. You told her to get out. And I wouldn't.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I told her to go back to her apartment and get out of there. So
go ahead.
3 or 4 times. Finally, she said she wasn't going to leave. And I placed her under citizen's arrest for 415 PC, which is disturbance of peace.
Okay.
I told Stellar to call the Torrance Police Department and have them roll.
And?
At that point, I'm standing here, she's standing there, the office corner is here, Norma's here, and Stellar's looking around the corner. She tried to step around me going towards the direction of the 2 managers. I did what I instinctively been trained to do. I stood in her way. And when I did, her body went into me.
They didn't train you to put a chokehold on someone, sir, and take them to the ground.
Miss Hughes.
That's not what the police department trains you to do.
Do you see how quiet he was when you were speaking?
He was thinking of his lies very good.
Madam, you wouldn't know the truth if it came up and slapped you in the face. You got a bad temper, Miss Hughes. Everybody who has contact with you seems to have a problem with you, and you have no problem with anybody. You had no problem with the prior building managers. You have no problem with the tenants.
I know I had
No,
never
you have
had
any
any
problem? And you had no problem paying your rent, and you had no problem living like a good tenant? You had no problem at all?
Me paying my rent doesn't have anything to do with me physically getting harmed, ma'am.
Oh, yes, it does, madam. Yes, it does. There's a certain entitlement that one thinks that one has when you believe that you can take property, take things that don't belong to you without payment, like a place to live, and say, sue me. Go ahead. It's going to take you 3-4 months to get me out of this apartment. Meanwhile, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to make a big, fat pain in the for myself, which is exactly what you did. Exactly. Because when you were telling me your side of the story, I was listening. I was perfectly prepared to listen to you and to say maybe this man overextended, maybe this man who was a former police officer or a peace officer got a little carried away with himself. But I was watching you testify, and you wouldn't know the truth if it came up and bit you in the behind. And I want to tell you something. You're not going to take advantage of the judicial system by seeking redress in the court for something that your bad behavior started. So your lawsuit's dismissed. Now, I'm going to get to your counterclaim. But for the fact that she filed this lawsuit, would you be here today?
No.
Good. So let's say goodbye to each other. She's no longer a tenant, is that right?
That's
Goodbye,
right.
your case is dismissed and your counterclaim is withdrawn. Thank you very much.
That's so great in your lives. You are so great. I was a very good tenant. He was the one that just came aboard. I had been there for 2.5 years. If I wasn't a good tenant, I wouldn't have been there that long.
She actually had most of the building in fear, and this is a 90-unit building.
There's no criminal charges against anyone that lived in that household. Rather, there was 100 of 911 phone calls.
She's being sentenced tomorrow morning for a felony, domestic violence, where she took a knife to her roommate.
That man assaulted me, and he knows he assaulted me. He snuck up on me and assaulted me for no reason at all.
It's just a pity that a young woman her age can't control her rage and her anger, that tries to intimidate her way through life, and this is what she's been doing. And Judge Judy saw right through it.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Thomas versus Green. Step forward.
Account manager Lizette Thomas is suing her nephew's uncle, customer service rep Antonio Green Sr., for a $1,700 cell phone bill. Lizette says Antonio's son stole her nephew's phone and gave it to a girl.
No, I'd like these two young men to come and stand next to their respective parents, guardians. This is your nephew?
Correct.
And you gave him a cell phone?
Yes.
So that he could be in touch with you for emergencies?
Yes.
He lost it?
Correct.
And somehow Mr. Green's son found it. And according to you, Mr. Green's son gave it away?
Yes.
And whoever he gave it away to had a very big mouth. And you got a phone bill for how much?
$1,700.
$1,700. So you want Mr. Green to be responsible for that?
Yes.
Mr. Green says, I didn't use the cell phone. My son didn't use the cell phone. Why should he be responsible?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
When did your aunt give you the cell phone?
Late July.
And why did she give you the cell phone?
For emergencies.
How long did you have it?
About a month.
Until late August?
Yes.
And what happened to it?
I gave it to my coach. We went to a game, and I asked him to hold it, and I left it with him, and we all left.
So what did you do?
I called him and asked him, did he have it? He said yes. I asked him, could he hold it for me? He said yes.
When did you go and get it from him?
I didn't.
Oh, why not?
Because I thought if I told my parents, they're going to think I was irresponsible.
That doesn't make sense, what you just said to me. Could you get there by bus?
Yes.
So why didn't you run right over and get it?
I wasn't thinking that time.
Right. You weren't thinking. Now, what's your first name?
Antonio.
Antonio, how did you get this phone?
I found it in the coach bag, and I gave it to this girl trying to impress her.
Just, okay. Don't go through. We have to do this slowly because I have to get things step by step. You found it in the coach's bag when?
Around late August, around the 28th, during the 1st of September.
When you say you found it in the coach's bag, what were you doing in the coach's bag?
Just going in it, sneaking around.
So you stole the phone out of the bag?
Right.
And what did you do with it when you stole the phone out of the bag?
I gave it to this girl. At that time, it was my girlfriend.
And what did you say to her?
I gave her the phone, told her she could use it.
So, Mr. Green.
Yes, ma'am.
See, this is something he didn't put in his answer, that he stole the phone.
Well, yes, I knew that he retrieved the phone.
Not retrieved.
Well, stole the phone around November when I got the call from Miss Thomas.
Stole it.
Right.
So what is it that you did to your son when you found out that he stole this phone?
Can I say on air?
Yes.
I whooped him.
How old are you, Antonio?
16.
You go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you do in school?
Good.
Did you ever steal anything before?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Cars.
How many?
2 of them.
And when you went to court, did your father go with you?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you have, Mr. Thomas?
2, ma'am.
How old are they?
He's 16 and my daughter's 15.
She give you any trouble?
No.
So what are you doing about Mr. Trouble?
Well, right now he's in rehabilitation programs in the city, doing counseling session, peer mentoring programs appointed by the court, urine drops and things like that.
He had a drug problem?
Yes, they said he did.
If they said he did, he probably did.
Of course, he denied that, but they said he did.
Well, he's right out here telling me everything that he did. That's a good thing, because he probably knows that I know anyway.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So you better get pretty busy, because you owe this lady $1,700.
Yes, ma'am.
You stole the phone, you gave it to somebody, and you lied to them and said, I got you this phone, you can use it. They used it, as you told them to. I mean, the fact that you couldn't get your behind out of your room to get on a bus and go pick up the phone doesn't make you a prince. Do you understand that?
Yes.
But, I mean, it's your stupidity, but he did it on purpose. He stole it. And then he gave it away, and he said, I bought your present, use it. And you shouldn't have to suffer for that. Mr. Green shouldn't have to suffer for that either. What Mr. Green has to do is he has to harness this boy and send him out there to collect cans, 5 cents a piece, if that's all he can do. Because somehow you got to impress upon him that when he does something wrong, the whole world can't suffer. He's got to suffer.
Right.
You have to suffer. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,700. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was wrong and I was being irresponsible, so I'm happy for them.
I thought the phone was just gonna sit in the bag and maybe the bill would stay low.
Eventually, I thought it would never come up.
I know I'm irresponsible, but I'm glad it came out the way it came out.
With regards to the young lady, a $1,700 phone bill, and maybe she called him twice, so he was getting played either way.
He irresponsibly let it get out of his hands, and it got into the wrong hands, but the judgment was in my favor, and I'm very pleased.